Hello everyone, welcome to a special one-off I've concocted for y'all today. So before we get into it, I just want to take everyone back, right? Imagine the month right now is May, and it is AAPI Heritage Month. Imagine you're sitting down for a weekend, you're gonna watch a weekend of incredible speedruns done by some fabulous AAPI speedrunners. Well, too bad, it is August, it is not May, unfortunately, but we will rewind the clock just a little bit. And we're going to be showcasing some incredible AAPI speedrunners. It is going to be really cool. We're going to be having P+ done by yours truly. We're going to be having Kirby Dream Land 2 done by Glitch Aston, Valhalla done by A Variety Pack, Super Mario Bros. 1 done by Supersonic, and Stardew Valley done by Blackheart Wings. It's going to be incredible. Before we get started, I just want to mention, if you're here on Twitch, consider dropping a Prime, dropping a regular sub, tier 1, 2, 3, bits, all of that good stuff, because that goes to help supporting GDQ Hotfix be live almost every single day with incredible content just like this. But getting into the run, yeah, this is Project Plus. If you don't know what that is, imagine Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but like it was kind of like Melee. If it was a project like M almost. Don't ask. But I got a commentator with me who also works on some of these Heritage Month events. PT, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, it's PT. Y'all can't get away from me because apparently I just live here now. Yeah, I don't do the AAPI stuff, but I do the black stuff. I do the black stuff. And so, you know, if you wanted to jump back into that time portal back into June or February, you might have heard my voice or seen me doing things and stuff during these wonderful events called Unapologetically Black and Fast and Juneteenth. I'm here commentating for Limey on some heckin' dang Smash stuff. I just want you to know I haven't played Smash in years, so this is going to be great. This is going to be wonderful.
It's close enough because you've done Time Spinner, which is like Metroidvania. I mean, that's basically what I'm going to be doing here, so it's close enough.
No, this is not a rando. Like, this is even an attempt at a rando.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
This is just a Metroidvania. But yeah, so the category I can be doing is just the very end of Subspace, where you have to do the Great Maze and then fight Taboo. I don't have to do anything before that, so I have a save setup where I can just load this, select my characters, all of that good stuff. Yeah, I already did all this. Don't worry about it. There's some evil dudes and some characters. I made some friends. Meeting everyone with the power friendship, all of that good stuff. Very anime, all that. But we're going to be getting right into this. I'm going to be picking my characters. I have a specific order of characters that I usually play, but for this first order, it's going to be a little bit different. I usually start with Pikachu, but I'm going to go with Zelda and then switch to Sheik, because Sheik is good at taking care of this first boss. And then just going to be going Pika, Donkey Kong, then Lucario. These are all characters that are fairly fast, that are pretty good at taking out bosses, or at least doing character fights. But time is going to start as soon as I click A on Lucario. PT, do you want to give me a countdown?
Sure, I can give you a countdown. We're gonna go ahead and kick off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. So pretty simple. Just be getting all of the characters from P+. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm not getting the most lucky, but it's chill. Switching to Sheik, and I'm going to just be doing Up Smash, which has multiple hits, and it's a very good move at taking care of this cage because it's just on the ground. Timing my roll so I can have intangibility, and then question mark. I would like to. It's chill.
Listen, you're doing better than I am by a long shot. If only because of the fact that it's like I said, I haven't played this in forever, and I was always garbage. But I was probably garbage because I played Kirby. Yeah. See, you did fine.
Yeah, that's still play fast. Yeah,
everything about this is fine. I don't see what the issue is. It was very nice of him to leave those on the floor for you, though.
Yeah.
Nerd. What a nerd. I should warn chat that when it comes to any flavor of a fighting game, I am extraordinarily toxic. So yeah, if it starts getting spicy, I apologize in advance. But if you're going to be a nerd that doesn't block, I'm going to make fun of you. Case in point, like,
yeah,
the block button was where? Watch your knees next time.
a lot of the ways I do the characters fights fast, I have it set up with particularly Pikachu, so it's kind of good that I just kind of died at the end, because I usually die or just eat time loss, so it's not a big deal. Where I can just do an up smash and then kind of try to combo the up smash into down B, which is the thunder. If I was playing Sheik there, I would get hit and it would be terrible, and I'd be sad.
Oh, speaking of heckin' dang Kirby, okay, that was ugly work to be perfectly positioned for that. Well, except for that.
Please. Okay, just no DI. It's fine.
Really? Okay, now it's being corny. There we go.
Yeah.
Bye, Kirby. It was real.
Yeah, in platform fighters, you can kind of influence. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so we can't die to trash.
Yeah. You can influence the way you move after you get hit by holding a direction. It's called DI. Pretty sure it stands for directional influence. It's pretty self-explanatory. There is SDI, but that doesn't matter as much for this.
Oh wow, did this man almost get one shot? Oh, he did get one shot. Yikes.
We're so fine. We're so back.
Actually embarrassing. That's embarrassing work. I think he got like 2 moves out.
Yeah. But yeah, so the way that it turns the entire like subspace map into one big, like almost like Metroidvania. Oh no, I didn't want to get hit by that. Still hit the tech, so it's fine. I got hit by that? Okay, it's fine. Turns into one big map, and you have to like solve a bunch of puzzles and stuff to just like progress, and you have to still get all of the characters that you would play as in the story. They're all like messed up and evil, so you have to not let them die forever.
So I guess my current question is this like a puzzle room setup that we're doing with the doors, or are there certain doors that you're skipping on purpose, or what's going on here?
Yeah, so with this, you go between like 2 different like alternate versions of the same map, where on the version of the map I'm currently on, those blocks are breakable, but they're not breakable on the other version of the map. Please up smash. Okay. Was hoping that he'd jump.
Oh, my other sweet child, Yoshi, that everyone hates and throws in the garbage, which makes me sad every time.
Love Yoshi. Okay, we're fine.
Sorry, Yoshi, you're inhibiting us though, so you do have to die this time. Sorry. Love you.
But yeah, this is just the 2 alternate versions of the same map, and then you have to break blocks to progress. If you go into wrong doors, you can do a bunch of you have to do a bunch of fights, and it's sad. So I just know what doors to go into just to solve that puzzle pretty quickly.
Oh no, and I'm sidetracked because apparently my mouse is like not working.
Oh no. And then my sweet boy Diddy Kong. Love Diddy Kong. Ooh.
That was actually kind of clean. That was unfortunate. Oh, well, now he's back, so I don't feel nearly as bad.
Yeah. I tried to space that so he would just like go flying off the side.
That actually would have been really funny if he tried to come back again after that. So I do remember that they have this mode in like the other Smash games as well, because it's pretty much kind of like the story mode in and of itself. Because I remember doing the story mode, I think, in Melee.
Yeah, so Melee has a story mode, but it's not as big as this. And then Ultimate has a story mode, and it's bigger than this, but it's like, in my opinion, less good. Smile. There's been nothing exactly the same as like Subspace, but Subspace is fun. I like playing P+, so it's always worth it to just play, because I like having fun playing video games. Who would have thought?
I mean, video games are intended to be fun, regardless of how you play them. You could play them casually, you could play them as a speedrunner, you could play them as a challenge runner, you could randomize them. As long as you're having a hecking good time, that is what matters at the end of the day.
Also, as long as you're not yucking other people's yums. Like, if people like playing challenge runs with like certain restrictions or whatever, don't get mad at them. That's like,
don't be weird. Yeah, don't actually be weird. Also, just don't stand there and take damage like this nerd did. That's probably the most movement I've seen them do this entire time is spinning around. I like that would have been a useful attack. Again, the energy is weird.
I just wouldn't die there if I was that boss. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, there's like 4 main areas here in Subspace, and there's one spawn door for like each of them. I just passed one of them right before doing Duon, which was that last boss. I gotta lock in. I gotta make sure Snake doesn't come back. Okay. he can like live forever. So that was pretty good. Yeah, so this is just the second with the halberd, and then there's something else after this. I honestly don't remember. And then it links back into the plains that we were in just a second ago. Oh, it is this door. I'm silly.
Okay, Rada, you have a point, but counterpoint to what you said in chat, have you considered not playing Dota? This is an option. This is an option.
That is an option.
An unnatural. I think, Limey, you can confirm for this. Is most of this modded content, or is it all modded content?
So the entire engine that this is running off of is mod of Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. But all of Subspace is fairly vanilla, except for the CPUs used for like the character fights. Everything is a bit harder, and it can be kind of annoying sometimes. It's even harder than in Project M. So, yeah. Please.
There were some good jams that were on there earlier. That's how I flagged it immediately. Also, never mind. I answered my own question. Okay, Game & Watch. Chill. Oh, but you don't have Best Boy skin? Oh, no.
I don't like this.
This is problems. Yeah, this is actually problems.
You're not supposed to get that.
Mostly out of it. Right. What is happening right now?
I'm getting far. What's happening?
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Sir.
I mostly have Diddy Kong for like movement. He's really good in some character fights, but
yeah, this is actually getting a little bit rough. Oh, the Game & Watch is...
Oh my God.
What is happening?
Okay.
This man is upset. Okay, he's out of here.
It's fine.
Optimus, you have a point. You have a point. That doesn't mean you should say it, but you do have a point. You love the Subspace Emissary? I feel like this is something I would actually rock on, but I'm so bad at Smash anymore. My brain's not built for this. I was never really good at like the general inputs and knowing when to and how long to block. But then again, we also play with a lot of people who just was smashing buttons, so take that how you will.
Almost out of the halberd at this point. Last character I'm going to be doing here is Meta Knight, which this is the halberd. It kind of makes sense. This is like his house or whatever.
I hate to be the very bad news, but Natural 20 had a point because you had the game and catch those hands for a second. Oh, I forgot Meta Knight was a thing that existed, which is funny because I literally have the sticky note of Meta Knight and Tim's on my desk. Did I ever explain to you why I have Meta Knight and Tim's?
No, actually.
So there was actually some charity stuff that we were doing, and one of the incentives that I had up was, hey, let's draw a character for a $10 donation, and it could be anyone you want, and I'll use 5 minutes to draw them. And someone that was new to the community came in and said, I want you to get me the good boy Kirby and the Tims. And I was like, do the what now? And so there's a picture on my desk of Kirby wearing Timberland boots.
That's
and
awesome.
Then someone put in and then another person put in another donation saying, let me get that Meta Knight and the Tims. And that's how someone coined it. We were actually having the West Coast, East Coast beef coming to Dreamland. There's times that gaming and streaming is cursed, and I'm sorry that I shared that with everyone. So anyway, here's Ness. And Ness is a nerd. So is there any way for you to get your characters back, or did I make that up?
No, there's ways to get characters back. In like the heal rooms, I'm trying not to go into heal rooms, obviously, because they're kind of slow. But you can like pick new characters, but these characters are just gonna be the ones that I'm rocking.
So I have a question. For chat while you're locked in. Given that Earthbound did not formally get like, you know, the release that people wanted in the United States, do you think it's a certain level of evil that we never got Earthbound in earnest, but we got Ness and Smash?
Yeah.
I just wanted to flag that as a thing that was happening. Like, you didn't even give us this game, but you said we could play this character. That's ugly work.
Yeah, especially Lucas. There's not even the way to play Mother 3, I'll say. But yeah, we have Lucas, I guess.
I mean, that's the big thing is, I guess.
I do like Lucas, but
I don't like Lucas. Now what?
I want to say why you should, but I don't want to spoil Mother 3 for everyone.
I still need to play the Mother games, so that's appreciated. I just know Ness and Lucas because of like Mother in general.
You should absolutely play Mother. I'm not even like an RPG person very much, but like I go back and play Mother. Like it is really good. Yeah.
Okay.
I power shoot that. That's funny. Didn't expect it.
There's someone in chat saying, I knew Ness from Smash 64 before I knew what Earthbound was, which that tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, not the Pokeboy. Anything with this.
Also from Earthbound. Shout out to Earthbound.
I was gonna say that character like it would be from Earthbound.
Yeah, I actually didn't want to be Sheik here because Sheik does this boss really good because it is just along the ground. Hopefully nothing bad happens in the next room because I have to go back to the heal room. So
I have faith in you. So don't squander my faith, please.
Should be fine. Okay. Oh, okay. We're fine. We're good.
All right, we're Gucci.
Yeah. So I usually wouldn't heal here, but because a series of unfortunate events happened, I'm just gonna take a heal and then go through this door. And after I go through this path, I'm just gonna be hitting a quick save quit. Just because there's two characters here, then I don't have to backtrack, and it's just faster to.
Oh my god, this nerd.
It's just faster to save quit than actually backtrack through these rooms.
Hey, Lantern. Welcome on in. Captain Falcon is one of the characters, just generally speaking, that he has those just annoying enough character barks that when you hear them, it's like, this is the real reason I have anxiety. It's because all I hear is Falco punch every time I see your face, and I hate that for me.
Technically, Captain Falcon is very fast for this run, but I do not like playing him. I'm also bad against Falcon in general, like in Melee, because I'm a Melee player, Smile. So I just don't like playing him, and I mean, I figured out stuff with like Sheik and Pikachu, so it's whatever. And
I still can't believe you're a Pikachu player.
I have a Pocket Pika in Melee, but not in this game. Pika's weird in this game. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's just a bit different. Yeah, save quitting and then just continuing, and then I don't have to save because it is just here.
So amongst all the games that I've seen you do, Limey, is like doing the Brawl style games one of the first runs that you did, or is it just something that appeals to you in general? Because we also know that you did Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl, and I know you have other ones in your kit too. So is this just like one of the ones that you just have in your back pocket? You like to do the Brawl games?
Yeah, I like having this in my back pocket, especially because like, oh, okay, we're fine. I just like playing P+ in general, just like competitively or whatever. I'm a Ness Diddy main. So yeah, I just like playing these, and it's like I already kind of know how to run fighting games just because I have fundamentals, and also I did do Nasby at GDQ. You should watch that, Smile. So like it's just one of these games. I already know the route. I can pick it up whenever. It's always fun to do.
By the way, chat,
keep track of that.
If you didn't watch that run, if you didn't watch that run, you know, we have this wonderful thing. It's called a YouTube channel. And it has that run sitting there waiting just for you to watch it and enjoy it so that you can see Limey play its favorite or their favorite character, Garfield.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Those two fights were pretty good. Nothing went wrong with those two fights. Nothing else to talk about except for Garfield, I guess.
Oh,
yeah.
Except for Garfield. Well, no, I'm not going to talk about Garfield because that was still just wild to witness. Oh, no, not the mirror match. Anything but this. We got to get this nerd out of here.
I forgot they're called mirror matches in FGC. They're just called Dittos and Flat Fighters.
Yeah, we call them mirror matches. Get mirrored. One of my dreams is going to be the mirror Maxi Lobes in Tekken, but I have to get my weight up as Harong because that's my main and I haven't played it in forever.
Tekken scares me. I don't understand Tekken like conceptually.
We'll talk about it later. We should talk about it later. There's a lot that goes into it. It's really one of those games that I don't know how else to describe it aside from when it first picked up, you had to be there.
I'm seeing a chat comment asking when Melee is.
I saw that.
As we talked about earlier, there's a YouTube channel on Parallel Universe, which is my show actually. Me and Helix co-hosted a Super Smash Bros. Show where there was this game, there was 64 Remix, and there was Melee through Slippy. So if you want to watch Melee, you can do that. It was a restock Iron Man with items on. It was very fun.
Hold on. You think of Tekken as a quap fighter and it helps? Okay, no, that's illegal. That's nasty work.
Dang, messed up. It's chill.
Is he taunting you, even though he didn't even like kill you?
Yeah.
Ugly work. Nasty. Get out of here. You can't be talking smack when you didn't even do the work. Get this dweeb out of here.
Bob Fighter is evil. I just saw that.
No, I'm trying to actually wrap my brain around Quap Fighter. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit harder, because I think of it as Quap Fighter and it helps.
Or buttons are like the limbs. Wow, interesting.
Okay, in that perspective, they're not wrong, because that's the thing I think that messes up people. Because in Smash, you have like everyone has a universal guard button, and then I forget, this is how long it's been, I forget how the buttons even work in Smash. Whoa, that tail worked though. But I know in Tekken specifically, that's not necessarily incorrect, because yeah, you have your top two buttons, which is your left punch and your right punch, and your bottom two is your left kicks and your right kicks, and that's how you have such a diverse kit. Which I've warned people about in the past, and I'm just like, yeah, if you're not ready to think like that, Tekken's not going to be a good time. And then surprising to everyone, they don't have a good time, so you know. But then again, I think that's because a lot of people are very accustomed to things like the Street Fighter setup, which you have your light punch, heavy punch, or I'm sorry, light, medium, heavy punch, light, medium, heavy kicks. So it's not designated on which limb is which. It is designated on how much power you want to express. So yeah, I play fighting games. Not as much as I used to, because I don't have time to practice them and get good. But I really enjoy fighting games.
You play fighting games to have a good time. Please, let me get past. Okay.
I do. I've said that to many people. I play fighting games to have a good time. I don't care about rank. I don't care about all that extra. Okay, what is happening here? Were you actively taking those falls, or were you just like having a moment TM?
It's just a hard run. Especially with characters that you don't have good like horizontal mobility. Like Sheik, it is hard. With Diddy, it's a lot easier, and like it's a lot easier. But like, it is just a hard room. Missed.
Oh,
that'd have been cool.
That's fine. He ain't gonna make it back. We're Gucci. Back in college at parties, we played Tekken Top Form. I was the old Tekken 4 on, or it was the old Tekken 4 on PS 1v1 matches. Loser had to take a shot of the cheapest vodka you could find. Oh my gosh. I would lose for fun. No, don't lose for fun. That sounds so deadly, but that sounds so college. That's actually what that sounds like. That sounds like some college. Oh, hey, Shasta. How is pre-Dolphin Kick Sheik? It is in fact the Mr. Shasta, aka the Kirby enthusiast.
Also, host
this
of
is your reminder.
Things.
It's true. Also, host of Do All the Things. It's your reminder that there is an active petition to make Kirby the new Nintendo mascot.
What's a Mario? I don't know this Mario. I know Red Luigi. Kirby in parentheses best boy.
Yes, Kirby is the correct answer. Did you see the plushie that Ash Said Hi shared of Kirby missing one shoe?
I haven't.
It's cursed. It's so cursed.
Oh! I didn't know that
was nasty work.
Like that. See, I like I said, I'm mostly a melee player.
Well, now you're a large Diddy Kong player. How does that make you feel?
Uncomfortable.
Fantastic.
that was a pretty good segment for what it was. Now I'm in Reset City, as I know it. It's not that bad, but this is the second with Fox and Falco, both of them at the same time. Please, please let me get in the door. I'd like to get in the door. Please, 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 please.
Oh, wow, you're getting bullied.
There we go. It's okay.
All right. DDD was Curry in favor with Shasta. I wasn't going to say it, but it's true. It's very true.
But yeah, the spacey AIs are just pretty good. So it's just like hard to do much. Like, AIs don't shine like that. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty
This is
good.
reminding me that Fox was one of my main characters I played when I did this. I think I was Fox, Kirby, which are like polar opposites. And then like the occasional, I want to say Sheik. Oh, wow, he tried it. That was disrespectful.
Everything's fine.
Is it? Oh my God.
That was practice, don't worry. That was all intentional.
Oh, hey, I was just talking about you, Fox. Wow, wow.
Yeah, his AI has sauce. It's terrifying.
I see that.
No.
Well, until he does that. Oh my God. No, he's actually lively. All right, we might have a good setup here. He's trying it. He's trying it. He's trying to hit you with that cheese bullets. I seen him, but you just threw a banana at that man. I can't even be upset.
No.
Oh, that was robbery. What?
That's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Could be worse.
You've played Toon Link in every Smash game he's been in, and I don't think that'll ever change. Listen, you like who you like.
Yeah.
Greninja is nasty.
They don't talk about Shasta's Greninja. That's all I'm saying.
We don't talk about Shasta's Greninja?
It's good.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. I feel like we're going to have to get a night together to get some people. We do love Toon Link. I don't even be paying attention. I think I came off of Smash before Toon Link even hopped into the game. I remember seeing Pichu and being irritated. And I remember being irritated specifically because it was Pikachu, except when you did lightning bolts and stuff, you could take damage against yourself. And I just remember being like, this is the worst thing ever. Who's playing this?
I have a pretty good Pichu.
Oh my lord, of course you have a good Pichu.
My Pichu won a money match.
Oh yeah, did it?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that when AGDQ hits, you're going to be hosting the Smash tournament.
I don't know if I will, but I'll hop on the setup. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay, bet.
I don't really care that that Lucario died there because already did most of the health. No, it's not a big deal.
Now y'all are just making me realize how many Smash games exist. That it's like, oh, I didn't really participate in this at all. I'm just kind of loser status. I'm just here to be on the mic and be color commentary.
We love color commentary though.
It's pretty good stuff. Not gonna lie. But I was gonna say, you actually got your refresh.
Yeah.
Young Link is way different, trust me. Young Link has much bigger combo tree, plus his neutral air is broken, and he falls fast too. Oh, we're getting into strats in chat. And he's strats. Oh, no. You gotta get rid of this person.
That was nasty.
Get him out of here.
That was nasty.
That was gross work.
Yeah.
That was gross work. I appreciate it.
You know the vibes.
Let's get this man out of here. What a loser. Toon Link is floatier. More restrictive but different combo game. Wait, I did see Toon Link then. I have seen Toon Link in my timeline.
Well, this works out anyways because I want it to be Sheik for the next boss. So it works out, but I didn't expect it to be like that.
Sometimes these things happen. We don't talk about the Jigglypuff because at least with Kirby, it's like, it's floaty, but it's fun. Jigglypuff, I find, just actually is annoying.
Do not play Melee with Jaxler.
Don't play Melee with Jaxler. I'm gonna put that on Twitter. And all it's gonna say is, "Hey Jaxler, I heard you're garbage at Melee."
Ugh. I wouldn't go that far.
Why not though? You don't want to have a good time on Twitter?
All I'm saying is,
You know what?
I play Jaxler enough to know what characters I don't want him to play against me.
Oh my god. Oh wait, Shasta McNasty? Is this your Brawl stage name? Hold on, are we getting into like deep lore now? What's going on? Oh my lord. I'm not gonna put that tweet out. I'm not gonna torture you like that. I almost thought about saying Jackler's garbage at Melee and then being like, Limey said so.
Oh, what shield do I have? Oh no. That'd have been bad.
Huh?
My shield is tiny, it is minuscule.
Oh.
That was scary.
Play Smash 64 with Jackler instead. Isn't that the name of an old late 90s TV show? Maybe. Play Smash 64 with only beam swords on maximum. You know, I just feel like that's not a good idea. I could be wrong. I could be way out of pocket.
I messed up my split, so I had to fix them.
I just feel like I would get eaten alive in that entire room.
God.
I might do it. I'm not gonna front CM. I've been in a particularly spicy mood lately. I might be in the mood to start some mess.
Mirror match.
Is it a mirror match though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could do this.
I'll say, but please don't get killed because of me being a smart aleck.
It's fine.
Or, you know, that works too. She can get cleared.
Yeah, the
That's
AI
also
tends to like rolling to ledge, so I take advantage of that sometimes. Oh, now the cycles are messed up. Okay, it's fine.
So Shasta, some side lore as we're watching Limey walk through all of this and beat up all these fools. That was actually a conversation that came up at work today. We were talking about old school AIM names and how anyone who is age 28 or higher, we don't talk about the AIM names. We don't put that out there because they're always bad. Always bad.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no AIM name that is like reasonable, cute, fun, nothing. They're all garbage. And the backstories are always something along the lines of, when I was 13, I thought this was funny. A mirror match in like the Milan sense. Oh, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
I'm stealing that.
Yes.
A Mulan match.
A Milan match. I just love that I got to read the statement, "You'll always be the McNastiest to me."
That's a chat message of all time. And you get this only here on GDQ Hotfix.
That's a fair listen. We don't talk about the AIM names because they're all embarrassing. We don't get into it. Oh no, you stole the name and you never even watched it? That's cruel work. That's absurd work. Sorry, I just got really like invested in this like Tetris looking nonsense that you're doing now.
Yeah.
So I just went completely quiet.
That is a hard area to do really quickly. I fumbled the easiest part. That is a hard area to do pretty quickly, just because it's cycle based, and like if you take too long, then you just lose.
Y'all, I forgot Charizard was a thing. Wow, what a loser! Oh my god,
that cheese is so fun. I love doing it. It looks kind of hard, and it's kind of hard to do if you don't know how to do it. But like, after you've done it a couple of times and like kind of can like figure out a couple of the things that he can do, then it's like not that bad. Also, if I took too long there, then I would have died by getting squished. That can happen.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. Oh, Beast of Prey, we can just assume anything that has a date stamp of 1996 or earlier absolutely aged like hot dog water. Like, there's no way in the world it didn't. Wario, babe, what are you doing?
Please just walk into it, please. Oh, I didn't think that would kill him. Okay.
I mean,
Can't complain.
It was one of those fights where like you could tell he wasn't really locked in. He wasn't trying to be here like that.
Gotta lock
You might
in.
have just did him a solid.
1, count with me. 2, 3. Okay, so back. The rest of them are all like hits to death.
And also Blastoise is better. Charizard was overrated. I said what I said.
Squirtle in this game is so fun. I think if you ever get back into this game, you should try Squirtle. Like, oh.
You just asked me to get back into a game. Limey, I'm too old for this. I'm almost 40. I can't do that.
Don't tell me these
My
numbers.
fingers will make... My fingers, when they are on the controller at this point, look like they're making gang signs. And that causes arthritis. I get to say these things, though. My birthday was Saturday. You have to be nice to me.
Oh my god.
Beast of Prey. Beast of Prey, that's bravery. That's such bravery.
Oh, it's fine.
A Juno email. I will never not love the grass types. I think my first actual Pokemon that I absolutely adored and was like, anyone who touches him has to die is Rowlet. Which I know is way, way, way down the road, but still. Rowlet is my heart and joy, and if you touch that small child, I am morally obligated to murder you. Same goes for Decidueye. And yeah, we're showcasing some heckin' dang Smash. You should come hang out with us some more on Hotfix. Support us some more. Subs and bits and stuff so we can do more stuff. Yeah. Limey likes doing these types of things. Limey, you said you got a show, right?
Yeah, I do got a show. It is coming up this Friday. We're playing Jet Set Radio.
Ooh.
Doing some retro tunes.
That's fun. And thanks, y'all. Sorry, I had to be a brat. I was going to not mention it, but I do want to mention it because I'm a brat, because it was my birthday Saturday.
Of course. It was your birthday
I have
recently, so you get to mention it for like the next month.
I know. But thanks, y'all. Rowlet and Gen 7 are low-key goated. When it comes to starters, I stand the grass types, but all normal types will always be my fave. Really? What is your favorite normal type? Actually, chat, while we have your attention, it's not a Pokemon stream, but it's Pokemon adjacent.
I mean, my avatar right now is a Sneasel. So
this is also very spare. So I need two important questions. The first important question is, who is your favorite Pokemon? And the second one is going to be, who is your favorite Smash character? Any Smash characters? Sorry, someone was messaging me. Oh, hi, Lucas. I hate your hair, Lucas.
He did nothing wrong.
Lucas's hair looks like an ugly cow look, and it makes me want soft serve ice cream that I can't get.
Oh, just so everyone knows, this run actually was fairly decent so far. I'm 2 minutes ahead of my PB.
Fantastic. Hey, you want me to guess your favorite Pokemon? I don't know if I'm smart enough for that. I got a Snorlax and a Zangoose. And also, normal types just have all sorts of random abilities that so many moves that one didn't think they had. So, it was also brought to my attention a new Pokemon, not new, but for me at least. If you've heard me do commentary for Peas, back when he did, I forget which stadium game it was, but I remember I was on comms and everyone was like, it was. And I was like, yeah, I don't play a lot of Pokemon. And everyone in chat is like, why are you on comms? And I'm like, I just host. Please be nice to me. So it was brought to my attention of Ugly.
Ugly is not a pick I hear often.
Is what?
It's not a pick I hear often. Oh, no! No!
Oh, dear. So I was just going to say I love them, and they're ridiculous. Though I can't think of the one that evolves into the Ugly.
Purloin?
What was it?
Purloin.
Yes, because everyone was like, oh, this is your Pokemon for your birthday. And I was like, I love her. And then I saw the evolution. I was like, no, I love the Ugly more. It looks so angry. It looks so cranky and just ready to sit on someone that makes them angry. I love them. Absolutely hates everyone that they come into contact with. I can guarantee it. I was so happy to see K. Rool and Ridley this time. Moshold and Toon Link, Sandshrew and DK, Blastoise and Mega Man. Oh, I forgot Mega Man was here.
Like they said,
Glam Meow.
No, Glam Meow into no. Berlin it goes into Leopard. I don't know. I'm mixing up Pokemon gens. I haven't played Pokemon in a minute.
You played a lot of Peach. You were a floaty character. Love that for you. I loved irritating people on Peach that didn't know how to deal with the float. What was it? Mawile? Oh my God, are you going through it? What is happening here? What is happening?
It's because I took a little long to do something, so the cycle didn't line up anymore, so I had to actually deal with that movement challenge.
Not Mega Man. Someone in the chat said Mega Man the best Pokemon. Y'all are disgusting.
Oh my God, I can't believe that worked.
Making us feel loved out here. I try to. I always think it's important to read chat, and especially since it gives place for the streamer or the runner to focus up and whatnot, because sometimes they come out here and they bully, like when Game & Watch had to do Game in Hands. That was disgusting. Yikes!
It's fine.
No, he just stunned it on you. You gonna take that? Isaiah, you gotta slap him. Throw bananas at that man. Or knock him into the sky, that's also okay.
Yeah, I had the banana just in case. So yeah, this is the very last section of the game.
Oh, sensational.
Yeah, so there's 2 more characters left, assuming I did everything right. I'm just gonna get more characters, since I have to wait for the cycle to line up anyways.
Oh yeah, Dr. Hungry. Yeah, that's just because the bot is not a fan of /me. Apologies. But I regret to inform you that I did read it, so I'm sorry. I try to be a good streamer. I don't know if I am after 6 years, but you can never ever not convince me to not read chat. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. But what's your favorite Digimon? See, I don't know a lot of Digimon. I don't know a lot of Digimon at all.
I can see it in my head. I don't know any of the names of them. But I know which one I love. Like this little dude. That's real. Yeah, Glamour evolves into Perugly. I just knew it was the cat. I just knew it was the cat, and that's all I care about. Also, by the way, these characters, Marth and them, that was my introduction to Fire Emblem. Of course.
I had no idea what that game was until they showed up here.
That was a nasty fight. Hold on, that was a nasty fight. That was heat. But yeah,
oh my gosh.
Getting into the last character right now. I just need to pick up this key. Uh-oh.
If we can... Oh my God, you're being bullied. I was like, can y'all leave us alone, please?
This is anti,
oh my God.
This is anti-AAPI, I fear.
I was about to say, yo, this is a lot. So do you not have like any major boss after this, or do you have another boss after this?
There's one more boss, and it is the final boss of Subspace. It is Taboo.
Okay. Samus is also your girl. You need to play some Digimon games. Honestly, forgot about /me since they stopped highlighting your messages in your username color. See, I'm so used, Shasta, to reading it in OBS while I'm live, where it still does do the italics in color, that I forget that that's a thing.
Yeah, getting into the final
Kingdom
boss.
Hearts odd door.
Gotta pick some characters real quick.
Oh, we're switching it up.
Yeah, I'm just going.
Nessa's coming out to play.
My main, also because he's floaty and Taboo's usually in the air, so I gotta just be able to hit him more often.
Girl, what in the slap hands? Get out of here. I need your best impression of those guys. Okay, this is a request for you. I need your best impression of those guys that come in from the background and go, ha, ha, ha.
I can't do that. They're like, ha, ha, I can't.
We have to summon somebody else for this job.
Yeah.
Yoshi is my sweet child, and I love him.
Yeah, a lot of the characters I'm picking are just from their ability to have good multi-hits for bosses and get out there.
I feel like I watched people play this in college because I remember this boss, but I never actually fought this boss. I beat him up, Yoshi.
It's fine. Oof. I want Peach anyways because Peach is like my goat for this.
Oh no, now she's out there bullying.
Yeah, and she could just...
Now she's bullying.
She can just suspend herself in the air for a while. She has a good multi-hit. That's not good. It's fine.
Oh, that's not terrible. Shasta, I tried. I really did.
Almost done. Okay, there we go. And time's gonna be on the fade out just for ease. Once we get to the credits, time's coming up in now.
We did it.
We did it. We did it, chat.
We did it.
We did it. Woo!
Yeah, Peachy's taking it.
Full transparency, that was a PB for me. I haven't done that many runs on the newest version of P+ because there's just 3.0 just came out, and I'm on 3.0.2. I haven't done that many runs on this version, but it is a bit faster. So yeah, that was a PB.
Nice. Love that for you. Just casually PBing. I think every time I'm commentating for you, you're PBing in some way.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the real reason you want to be on comms.
Yeah, it's like the you know, like how people have like marathon nerves. It's like the opposite of that. Like I'm so calm when I'm here on GDQ Hotfix, twitch.tv/GamesOnQuick. But like, yeah, I don't know. I just PB so often on here. Like I've gotten an A world record in like 3 PBs.
I would say the casual humble brag. Meanwhile, it's me in the back, just like, yeah, I just do randos, but I don't have the brain power for this. I just do the rando because I can memorize a map real good.
Yeah. But thank you so much for commentating. Where can people find you, for one? And for two, where can people find information about the events that you help with in particular? Since, like I said at the very beginning, you help with some of the Heritage Month events here.
Sure. So I am PT. Usually everyone calls me Pleasantly Twisted, but I've been just kind of reverting down to PT because it's easier for everybody. And you can find me over at twitch.tv/Pleasantly Twisted. I stream on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We're going to be starting a fresh run of Lies of P, and I might be working on challenge runs of that here in the future TM once I get my first clear. And you can find me on Twitter at OhItMeNessaB. And I am the organizer for Unapologetically Black and Fast along with Juneteenth. So if you want to support our Black events, please make sure you pull up to those in February and June. And if you want information about those events, you can find us over on our webpage at GamesUnQuick.com/UBAF. I think I covered everything.
I think that's everything.
Is that a Knuckles knockoff? No, time out. No, you can't just put that up.
Knuckles is in this game.
What do you mean Knuckles is in this game?
Knuckles is in this game, yeah.
What? Oh, no, see, I'm upset. I'm upset.
It's just an
I didn't know about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all of my stuff. I'm just going to be enamored by the fact that Knuckles is in this and I didn't realize it.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm a host here on GDQ Hotfix. I'm going to be here all night, so don't worry about that. But I do run Parallel Universe here on GDQ Hotfix, and I do help with the Black events and the Asian events. That's what happens when you're mixed. Smile. Ooh.
Yo, go ahead and finish because I just reminded something else. Speaking of running like mixtures of events.
Yeah. I was gonna just say we have like an entire schedule here for the rest of the night until Out of Bounds later on. But I urge everyone, for those of you who do like Smash Bros, just stick around for the rest of the night. We do have Kirby Dream Land 2 up next with Glitch Aston. It's gonna be a great time. But yeah, PT, what were you gonna say?
I was going to say, too, speaking of running like mixtures of events, as a residential gender fluid, non-binary person, there's also this other really cool event that I'm going to be commentating for called Frame Fatales, or the August iteration of Flame Fatales. That's going to be next week.
That is
I think it's next week. Yeah, it's next week. And I'm going to be commentating some Uno for Anarchy. So you should come by on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, I think, is at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. It's going to be a good time. Yep. If you thought that I was rude, I was actually not that toxic for this. Usually I'm pretty toxic for fighting games, but for Uno, I am going to be absolutely toxic.
Knuckles, what did you do? We should have done.
But that's all I wanted to add
for this.
Oh my.
But yeah, thank you everyone for watching this run. It was a great time, but yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll update chat on the results of this match. But yeah, see everyone back in just a few minutes here. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the AAPI Rewind, where we were rewinding the clock just a little bit, pretending it's May, and we're going to be showing off some more AAPI Speedrunners. Right now, we have Kirby Dreamland 2 with Glitch Aston, if you want to take it away.
Yep. Hello everyone, my name is Glitch Aston. This is Kirby Dreamland 2. I'm going to be running AAPI, if my commentary would like to introduce themselves.
I'm Dark Riolo 27, also a Kirby runner. Dabbled in this game some, but mainly did Kirby's Dreamland 3. And I'll be doing Kirby Air Ride on Friday on this channel.
Yep. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight into this. Just gonna link the first file. This will become a bit important in a bit. I said that. Run starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
So we're starting out in Grassland. We basically have normal Kirby movement for a little bit here, so it's nothing extreme to happen on screen.
Aston could try to.
What do you mean? This is all like frame perfect right now.
It kind of is. There's some stuff like you can spit out enemies when going down a slope to retain slope momentum, and then if you do frame perfect jumps, you can keep that momentum.
Yeah, like I did there, just for that one.
I forgot that like people like haven't tried to run a bunch of Kirby games, so like I forgot that it was like not information that everyone knew. But I do love this game. This game is like so fun to just like even play.
Yep, this is just one of the more underrated Kirby games in my opinion. It is also the first Kirby game that introduces the animal friends that we'll see in a bit.
The games typically have a lot of tech, even if it doesn't look like they necessarily would. Fire tends to be helpful in a lot of all of Kirby games. Honestly, I was gonna say a lot of retro ones, but honestly, it just depends on the game. It's typically a pretty fast ability.
Yeah, so we're gonna be using fire for the first bit of it.
As a new Kirby fan, I'm a big fan of Wing.
Wing is a very good ability. It's just a shame it's not on this one.
Yeah. Imagine like Wing cancels on like a Game Boy.
That would be awful.
It's very strong in most of the games that it's in, both for speed and damage, honestly.
That's fine. So we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna accidentally hit that bird right there. It's fine.
You can't choose how far the burning goes. It just goes the same distance every single time, which I guess makes it slightly easier than some games when it gets shorter after each use, but it's still very difficult to line it up exactly, because if you want to like be where an enemy is or a block is like right in front of the door, it's really hard to hit that enemy and not go past where you want to be, because when you become vulnerable after the attack is not super obvious. It's like as soon as you stop being able to do damage, you're vulnerable even if it doesn't quite look like it.
Wow, Wispy's giving me a lot of roots right now.
Wispy very RNG heavy.
I can't believe this is Wispy Woods. I thought it was not Wispy Woods.
Yeah, don't ask why he had the mask on to begin with.
He predicted COVID like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what the point of the mask is.
So yeah, that was actually pretty bad RNG for Wispy Woods. You're gonna see a lot in this run that RNG is gonna dictate a lot of dumb factors.
You can't actually damage Wispy with fire without taking damage yourself, which, you know, obviously you wouldn't be able to hit a tree with fire. What kind of game would let you do that?
Yeah, that one makes sense. Anyway, just like that, we're in the second roll of the game already, and we're gonna get our ammo friend that we're gonna be using for pretty much the rest of the run. Well, 95% run, I should say. Let's do this, and we're going to grab Q. Q is the fastest way of movement in this game. Since every A press basically just moves you forward. Gives you good burst of speed, and we're going to be picking up an ability later that basically melts bosses' health as well, so...
So when you have Q, you have to just constantly be mashing the A button as fast as you can, pretty much. It caps out at 10 presses per second, which is faster than a lot of people can go, so it's basically just as fast as you can mash A for the entire run. That's a lot of people's chief complaint with this and Kirby's Dream Land 3, is that there's too much mashing.
Yeah.
As Wispy showed, there's a lot of RNG in this game. Every mini-boss and boss is heavily RNG dependent. I think Sweet Stuff doesn't have RNG, but every other one relies heavily on it. So there's going to be a lot of time lost unavoidably.
Not really. Sweet Stuff is more straightforward. There's like one small bit of RNG, but it's not a game breaker. You get it? I think it's just the enemies spawning in different locations.
Yeah, every other boss has RNG that can lose multiple seconds, if not dozens of seconds, if you get really, really unlucky.
Ooh, Jumper Shoe was actually nice.
Also, every mini
just
boss,
go all over the screen there.
Yeah, every mini boss has different length of invincibility frames, so it's really hard to practice hitting each boss with your attack because each boss has a different delay between when you can attack, and if you attack too early, it's just not going to do any damage.
A little too high there, that's fine.
You also
I love the Kirby sprite.
every time you get hit. In this game.
Yeah, when you lose the ability and like you have the star in your mouth, it's so adorable.
Yeah, it looks weird.
This is Nruff. They're very RNG dependent.
I was expecting this right now.
Depending on what they give, it's technically, theoretically possible to one cycle them, but usually takes multiple cycles. 2 cycle is about the best you can realistically hope for, so that was pretty good.
I was not expecting the 2 cycles, so that actually threw me off for a bit. It's actually a really good Nruff mindset.
We gave terrible RNG, but Nruff kind of made up for that.
Yeah. So this is Ripple Fields, where all my runs pretty much died recently. Because we're going to be getting to a certain stage that is a giant pain to do fast.
Especially with Coup.
Yep. But in the meantime, this is basically just more Coup movement. We have to move with Coup underwater, which isn't as bad as it sounds.
Coup actually has decent underwater movement, but you can't really turn quickly, so Eston took that corner really carefully because you carry your momentum into the water, but then you can't really turn around once you're in the water very easily. So you can easily just slide into an enemy.
And in that one room where there's a bunch of flunks everywhere, you just have to take it very safe. It's not the end of the world if you lose Cutter because you get Cutter in this next stage.
If you get hit underwater and you lose your ability underwater, Kirby can't inhale, so you can't get it back at all. So any damage underwater is basically instant, lose your ability permanently. If you can get it back later, then it's fine, but that's not always possible.
Some fish dodges and some blippies here. You're gonna hate the blippies later because they're a giant pain to deal with. You're gonna outrun the flamer. Who's gonna win the race? The flamer won the race. That's a shame.
Flamer using
You won the race in my heart because you're actually beating the game, so it's okay.
Thank you, Blimey. I need that motivation right now. You're so true.
I'm so really true.
3 is a wonderful stage because of something that's coming up. You want to explain it, Ryla, while I focus?
Yeah, so there's the frog room coming up at the end of this level. I don't think you're meant to have Coup in that room. So, as mentioned, if you take damage underwater, you lose your ability permanently. And that room has water currents pushing you every direction, so you can't actually stop moving. And there's a frog at almost literally every corner. Every time you go around a bend, you can't really control your momentum. You can barely even like influence where you are at all. So you have to try to quickly turn around in some cases and hit these frogs before they hit you. And it's very difficult to get through the room without taking any damage. And if you do take damage, it's 30 seconds lost to get cutter back because you need it for the boss.
Nice.
That was incredibly scary, but very well done.
That's my goat.
That room sucks. That pretty much kills runs right there. That was also best for some reason.
You could probably tell that some of those turnarounds into cutter uses did not have a very large window. Here's sweet stuff they were mentioning earlier. The least RNG heavy boss.
So that's sweet stuff. Sweet stuff could also blow if you lose your ability there because you have this bubble attack underwater that's not really the greatest compared to Coup Cutter.
As long as you keep.
So
your
after
ability,
getting
it's
past
fine.
that, yeah, that is the scariest part of the run for me, in my opinion. The rest of this can be a lot more frustrating, but at least your run won't die. So simple, simple things like that.
You don't have a run at all until you get past 3-3, but you're still not safe once you're past it. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong, just not as much that can lose 30 seconds at a time until later in the game, not for a while. Here's Blocky.
I love this little
another-
cube guy.
Yeah. Another
He looks so
mid-boss.
different than like Blocky later. At least
Very
in my
subtle.
eyes.
Blocky can troll you right there, but luckily Blocky actually behaved.
I
And
think there's
the stage.
another route for this world that like uses coup and fire, I believe, but it depends more heavily on a Blocky RNG, or maybe it's just Kirby with fire. I can't remember.
It's Kirby with fire, and it involves you doing this terrible jump in the stage, actually.
Oh yeah, 4-2 jump.
Basically, yeah, this is what we call 4-2 jumps with normal Kirby. Basically, you jump to this door right here, if you get in it. If you miss that door, then you have to basically do this weird jump with fire. It's kind of a pain, and it's a 4-frame trick to do it, so... Luckily, I don't have to do it at any percent.
Coup is supposed to be required to get into that door, but it's technically possible to get in with just Kirby, which they actually kind of have to do in best ending in order to not lose a ton of time.
Yeah.
Here,
And also, don't worry, it's
Coup would not fit well through
okay
these
that I lose
blocks,
to it.
so we just ditch
Yeah.
him.
It's okay if I lose Coup there, because we're going to do normal Kirby movement for a little bit. We get the next animal friend that we're going to be using.
Yeah, now that we're past the water world, obviously it's time to get Kind the fish.
Yeah.
Clearly
My
this
favorite.
world.
He's such a friend, though.
Kind is very friend-shaped. And also very underrated, in my opinion.
I feel like everyone likes the rat, but like people don't talk about the fish.
Nobody talks about the fish or the cat. But the cat isn't in this game yet.
Kind and Crew are the ones you want in speedruns, because they're actually good in the air and water. They're fast.
I'm amazed I actually got that double star there, because I definitely messed it up. But well, this is Kind. Kind's really good underwater. It's a shame that we're not going to be using Kind underwater that much. Really only in this section.
I can't believe they gave you a shine in this game.
Kind and Ice are ridiculously
this-
overpowered in this game.
Yeah. I don't remember on Kind Ice in Dreamland 3. It's actually that bad.
It's terrible. In Dreamland 3, they nerfed the heck out of it and nerfed it out of existence. But in this game, you can just... Not only can you make a shield around you for as long as you want, it's one of the only abilities that can destroy those propeller bombs, which one-shot kill animal friends. So they can
Yeah.
be very scary if you don't have ice.
Pretty, which Kind with Fire is really good.
Dreamland 2
No, it
also
isn't
has,
good. Eat greedies. Shit right now. Okay, there we go.
Dreamland 2 also has the best goal games because you can just hold A instead of having to time your jump.
Yeah, it's one of the easiest to time for a speedrun, actually.
Every other Kirby game is either mashing or timing your A press, except for this one.
So this is the first of like 10 all-scrollers in this game.
Good thing Aston loves auto-scrollers.
Yeah, I love them so much. I love literally a minute of nothing.
Followed by RNG load kibbles as they're typed in this game.
I cannot believe none of them actually threw a cutter blade at me.
Yeah, really good RNG. They're called Sir Kibbles in other games, but they're load kibbles. I think maybe it was supposed to be Lord.
I think it was supposed to be Lord, but again,
I typed it wrong.
Anyway, it's time for your Ice Dragon, which we're basically just gonna do the exact same thing with like we did with Ifriti. Spam the
This
fireball.
guy is shaped like a friend.
This is very much friend shaped.
Yeah.
It's Quagsire.
It is Quagsire. If you see the 3D model in this in like Planet Robobot, it looks so goofy and I love it.
Yeah, he looks so
RNG there.
silly. I didn't
Yeah.
even realize it was the same guy, actually, from Robobot, until you said it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a callback. Time for Red King, and it's also time to say goodbye to Khan because we don't need Khan for this role. Wait, what? Oh, okay, that was weird.
Famous for eating select inputs.
That's not my movement there, that's fine. 5 points a little bit of a tricky stage because we have normal Kirby movement for a little bit.
Kirby with burning is actually close to as fast as Ku, and actually faster in wind rooms because when the wind's going with you, Ku speed does not increase more than just the wind itself, but burning gets added to the wind speed, so it's actually faster than Ku in those rooms. So in a lot of places, you don't have to go out of your way to get Ku if you already have burning.
Yeah, we're actually going to be seeing that a little bit later in this world. Like the difference between the burning and windy room.
You still want Ku in most rooms, but if he's not easily available, you can just continue with burning, as Aston will be doing for the majority of World 5 here. Until there's a convenient Ku pickup in 5-3, I believe.
Yep. So 5-2. We're just going to be burning for the first half of it. There's some really tricky movement with these bounties right here.
This might be my least favorite room in the any percent run. I do not like burning movement here.
Yeah, it's such a pain. There's just why you fight. Take a save because I wasn't gonna chance getting that one frame. And another all-scroller. I love these.
My favorite.
Wire likes to teleport away randomly, so it can be really dangerous to try to hit him with a double star that would do more than half their health, but only if you actually hit him.
Yeah. You can like immediately shoot the projectile as soon as you get it in your mouth, but it's like very tight window. I think I've only done it once. How's everyone's day?
My day was good. I got boba today.
That's great. I could go for some boba.
Really living up to the AAPI Speedrunner showcase. Talking about getting boba on stream.
I mean, boba tastes good, okay?
Boba's incredible. I got black sugar milk tea with egg pudding.
I just want taro.
Taro's good though. Taro's a classic.
Taro, you can't go wrong with taro. Anyway, this is 5-3. 5-3 is the easiest coup bag in the game. It's basically just the top door and just killing one enemy.
This is where we'll be coming back to if we don't get Ku later.
which means we're gonna come back here inevitably.
There's a
one in
3
where it probably
chance.
happened.
Someone's gone, I think, like 27 runs in a row without getting the 1 in 3 coup bag later on.
Yeah,
Someone
we'll get to it
plays.
eventually. It's pretty sad.
There has somewhat recently been an RNG manip developed in order to get the coup bag every time, but it's still pretty rudimentary and can lose a bit of time setting it up. Aston will not be going for that in this run.
Nope. I'm not galaxy brain enough to do a nip right now. And Stitch is giving me bad RNG. Wow, where are you going, Stitch?
Worst possible Stitch
Why is he
attack.
naked?
If he does it again, it might
Forgot
even be a 3
they make him do
cycle.
that.
Okay, well, at least Aston was able to get the 2 cycle, but that's the worst attack you can see. You want him to charge so he gets stunned for longer.
Okay.
There's another one at the end of the room.
Yeah. I need to pick up a fire here.
This is a relatively new route where you drop 2
Okay, I'll just take the save.
in favor of burning because Ku is actually not very good at navigating through this level.
Yeah. Plus, you could do this really cool burning technique where you just hit the wall and you just go up to this guy. But this is somewhat new of a route change. It saves, I believe, roughly 5 seconds after doing these next 2 stages, or something like that. But it's a little bit more trickier just doing Kirby movement compared to a coup.
You mean you don't go for the Ku clips in this room?
No.
Like
There's
double,
a coup clip that you can do here, and it's terrible.
it's like double sub-pixel perfect, frame perfect clip that can send you into the floor and let you skip most of this room, but no one does
And
it.
it saves like 1 second, I think.
Yeah,
I can't believe you're not risking it for the biscuit.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it for you.
can't
I'll
believe you're not going
forgive
to
you one
take,
day.
not going to take literally an hour banging your face into the floor until you get it once.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious if the remaining 45 minutes of this run would literally just be me attempting that.
Pretty funny.
We'll just call it coup clip %. Anyway, I love all those scrollers.
No way, I couldn't tell that this was an auto-scroller.
No.
How's your day, Aston?
My
Even though the
day has
auto-scroller's
been
done now.
pretty interesting. Also, this room.
Colon 3?
Yeah, there was a. Ignore what that room was. We can't say. So we can't talk about what that room was.
If you're in Twitch chat right now, post a colon 3.
Anyway, gonna grab Ku again because we need the boss.
And that vertical room is another place you can save time by being just Kirby, because Ku does not fall. He has to go out of his way to descend. I mean, he falls very slowly. But Kirby just falls at terminal velocity for the whole room. So it's a lot faster.
That.
And this
Also
boss
wasn't
sucks.
expecting that. Yeah, pretty much.
Very random, and Mr. Bright there is partially inside the ground, so it's hard to even hit with all 3 cutters. They have to be at the top of their little bounce to even hit with the top cutter. So you're usually only doing 2 damage instead of 3.
Yeah. So Shining Bright could just be a pain to deal with.
And a huge RNG fest, as with every other boss, basically.
I literally confused their names with in BRC there's 2 characters called Rise and Shine, and I confused them with Rise and Shine's names.
Wait, is her name actually Rise? I thought it was Rise.
No, it's Rise.
It's Rise? Oh.
It's Rise and Shine.
Oh my god, I just now got the joke.
I didn't know that it was supposed to be a joke, but I also just assumed that her name was Rise, for what it's worth.
I thought it was Risa because I thought it was like the actual, like how the name's actually supposed to be said.
Yeah, that's fair.
pronunciation. It's a good showcase of Ku's skill. This level is kind of hard to navigate. It's just Kirby, but Ku could just fly past everything, and there's nothing really in the way.
6-2 is an interesting stage because we actually need to get rid of Ku pretty much at the beginning here. We actually haven't been talking about it, but in the best ending category, you have to pick up the rainbow drops, and there's one in this stage specifically.
Actually just we don't have a way to keep Ku through this door physically, like it's not even possible because Ku plus ice does not go through walls and does not go upwards, so there's no way to destroy those ice blocks while having Ku. So if anyone can figure out how to destroy those ice blocks with Ku, come into the Kirby Discord and let us know about it. It probably wouldn't save that much time, but it might save a little bit, especially if it's quick to do and doesn't require a bunch of setup.
It'd be very tricky because there's also this, and there's also the wind donut coming out here. Which actually, I guess it wouldn't be that bad because you do miss anything.
It would probably make things easier because you could fly through the wind donut with Ku, and if you miss, it's not a big deal because you can just fly back.
At least we can actually hear the music in this world compared to a lot of others. Lots of ice there, but whatever.
Not a big deal because you get burning in the next room.
Yeah, I need to stop taking random points of damage then.
The next room will have a tricky little burning usage where if you start burning at just the right time, you can go through multiple sets of star blocks and you can just go all the way through the room. But if you miss, very nice.
Very nice.
If you miss, you have to go all the way around to the other side and go into the other star blocks.
That's what we like to call the wind donut. Because it's literally just a windy room that's shaped like a donut.
Coming up, 6-4 is next. We've alluded to it before. There's going to be a random animal friend bag that's going to have either Rick, Kine, or Ku. It could have any of them. So it's a 1 in 3 chance to get Ku. And that's the only animal friend we want. It's the only one that's going to be helpful at all. And if Aston does not get the 1 in 3, that's an extra 30 seconds lost going back to 5-3.
Which means I'm not going to get it because I never get it recently.
You're gonna get it right now, and the game's gonna like want to impress people, so more people can go to the Kirby community and learn this run.
If I get Ku back here, I will go have dinner immediately after this. And if I don't, then I guess I'm not eating.
Oh no!
So please give me a Ku back.
Well, you can have dinner, you just have to wait an hour.
It's 1 second for every minute that it, or one.
Nope. Well, it's not eating for now.
Rick goes to Costco.
That's Rick goes to Costco, baby.
It's 1 minute for every second that it loses, unfortunately.
Take it safe, because there's a Rocky right there that could kill you as soon as you go in that door.
Look on the bright side. At least now you can gold 6-4 because Kirby is like half a second faster in the next room.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, save half a second, lose 30. Sounds like a fair trade.
I keep stone here so you could basically just go through these blocks.
Because obviously stone would still be lifted up by an air current.
It's just a really, really strong air current. Don't worry.
It's very strong. Somehow it pushes Kirby at the same speed as Stone Kirby.
Yeah, you play Kirby Air Ride, right? Like, you know how fast a scooter can move. It's exactly like that, but like upwards.
Oh, I thought that was far enough.
Kirby's air resistance slows him down, but if once you're a stone, then there is no air resistance hardly, so the forces equal out, and it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, that's how physics works.
That's physics.
You said
Everyone
more words than
knows
I
that.
personally understand, so it's chill.
So
See,
it must
exactly,
be, it must be
physics.
true.
Yeah. No community must be true.
The source, trust me, bro. Anyway, fortunately, we were gonna lose 30 seconds because we had to go grab Ku, but it's fine. This is 6-5. Nothing really special here. It's just a breakable block maze.
So I'm not sure about all these specifics, but I think like if you weren't to go back and get Ku, you'd probably be slightly ahead out of this and maybe the next level. But once you get to Krakow, it's all over. Krakow's gonna take 3 times as long, probably more than that, and you're gonna lose minutes. So you really just Ku is basically required.
Yeah. We're gonna try to keep Ku for pretty much the rest of the game, pretty much.
Yep.
As long as we stay towards the ground here, we won't get pushed back by the wind.
We're getting to like rest of the game territory now.
Yeah, we're friends coming up.
Yeah, this is already, we're almost at the last world. It's a very rapid
I did not realize
game.
that already. Yeah, this is quick.
Like it's a,
Anyways,
it's a
I'm
medium
looking at you,
length
Twitch chat.
game.
You gotta follow twitch.tv/glitchaston right now.
Maybe it's short to medium length game overall, but it really moves quickly. Each level is only like a minute.
Yeah. Some of them are also like 50 seconds or something like that.
Shoutouts to Gooey and the 1 in 8 chance that he will be Girl Gooey, which is required to get 100% in the game.
Oh, what am I doing? I completely blank. I need to break these bonds.
You do 100%
Is that a part of like
speedruns.
best ending supremacy?
Not best
Yeah,
ending.
pretty much.
Best ending is still a good category, but once you get to 100%, I wouldn't say it's a bad category. I haven't run it, so I can't totally speak to it. But you have to get that 1 in 8 at some point, and most people just go for a bag that they would know will be the same animal friend as they are. Oof, lost color there, and just go in and
that's
out,
unfortunate.
respawn in the bag over and over.
Yeah, because I know in some Kirby games, people just do like best ending or like something along those lines instead of 100%. Because like 100% is just like a lot more inconvenient, I'll say.
Yeah, that's best ending and 100% are separate categories for this game as well.
So it's unfortunate that I lost clear there because I actually need to go get it back.
Normally, you can just re-inhale your ability, but not underwater, unless you have Kine.
Yeah.
Kine's the only way to inhale underwater.
Fish supremacy, I fear.
Hopefully Cutter is right here. It's time for a Krakow, which is even more of a pain. Let me see if I can do this.
Probably be able to tell, but Krakow has the longest invincibility frames of any boss, and I think it's by a significant margin. It takes so long between cutter blades, between when you can actually hit him. Like it is so long that if you're only going to hit with one cutter blade, it's literally better to not even attack because he's going to get so many invincibility frames. You should just wait until you can hit with 2 or 3.
I knew that Krakow just takes a lot longer with like regular Kirby, but I didn't realize it would be this much longer.
Yeah, imagine this, but at least 3 times as long, and that's only if you can even hit him, because you have to jump from the ground or float up to even use cutter. Since Krakow's floating around in the air the whole time. Yeah, I've never tried
Final roll the game.
Never tried fighting Krakow with Kirby and Cutter, and I don't think I ever want to.
I think it's kind of miserable because I think it's like less than 1 bar, something like that. It's like doing it with you. Anyway, this is the final roll of the game, Dark Castle. A bit of a tricky world, but nothing too bad. We're gonna have a mini boss at pretty much at the end of every stage here, and there's gonna be oscillators at pretty much every stage here. So.
This game
We don't get
has
to the
a lot
major
of
gimmick of this world yet.
RNG, and this is one of the most RNG heavy worlds. The mini boss at the end of each level attacks faster and has more attacks than any other version before. And some of the attacks are just basically, you can't even damage them during it.
I'm gonna take a save and grab the health here.
Mr. Frosty and Captain Stitch in particular can be basically untouchable, if not, in Captain Stitch's case, literally untouchable for a large portion of the fight.
And Captain Stitch can literally just go everywhere on screen. A treat.
And Captain Stitch attacks so quickly. If he does the throw attack instead of the charge, you only get like 2 or 3 hits in. And that's only if you time your hits perfectly. The other gimmick of this world is that the last 3, like the levels 4 through 6 mirror levels 1 through 3. And they expect you to know it because in one auto-scroller, in one of the later levels, if you pick the wrong path, you get crushed and die. So you better have memorized the layout from the one time you saw it going the opposite direction.
It's so cool.
Or you're dead.
I don't know why they thought that was a good idea.
Actual pick a path in a Nintendo certified game.
I think that's a great idea, and I think more games should have unwinnable conditions. It'd be fun.
I will respect your wrong opinion.
Making a sad face right now, and you can't even see it.
I don't know. Those are some pretty big words. They might be onto something.
Anyway, another offspring. This one is the show that you need to pay attention to because you're gonna need to recreate this path in 7.6.
Yep. Take notes, chat, memorize it, and be able to do it backwards. Oh, did you already forget which path Aston took? Well, I guess you're gonna die. Sorry.
I can break this block here because this block has a maximum mana.
At least this world is relatively generous with health.
Yeah. And if not, you can always just do the minigame at the end. Just takes a few seconds. Wow.
Yay,
I was not expecting the RNG. Frosty could do this really obnoxious attack where they just charge at you.
Charge at you, spitting ice breath, and you just can't get close enough to hit with more than one cutter blade. And it lasts for like 5 seconds.
9 times out of 10, you're just gonna run into it when you're not expecting it.
I'm seeing a chat comment saying they should make another Kirby game for the Game Boy, and I think I agree.
They really should. They should make one that's basically just a block puzzle game and have all the animal friends in it.
I love that one!
I know, right? I never played it, but I think it's good.
I am waiting for the next series relay with like Star Stacker, so I can like I can bring it home for Team USA.
I mean, we had Superstar Stacker recently.
Yeah,
Dream
I meant
Course 2
to
for Game
join
Boy.
and I didn't. Ooh, that'd be actually heat.
I would like that.
I feel like Dream Course would actually be a pretty well suited for a Game Boy game.
I think they should just like bring like Robobot onto the Game Boy.
7.5, hold down. If you hold down there, you won't take any damage there.
If you don't
That
hold
like
down there,
scared me, but I trusted you.
pray.
Yeah, trust me, Lemmy. I would never hurt you.
Oh, okay, you told me about Metal Percent, so I don't know how much I can't trust you.
I will hurt you in different ways.
Chat, can we do something about that?
Listen. But 100% was an enlightening experience for you. Oh, I was too early there. You get to stay on the ceiling there and just
It was
go above
enlightening,
the Sharpies.
but if you wanted to do it for like the next AAPI event, I wouldn't even decline it. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's okay. Please decline it.
Metal is a good
I said it was an experience. I just never said I wanted to
ability.
experience it again.
That's real, I fear.
7-6. I hope you paid attention in 7-3.
Oh wait, it's
If
actually
you
been
make-
so long.
Even if you make it through alive, then you have to deal with Captain Stitch at the end.
Yeah, no, it's such an awful stage.
There's not currently an RNG manip for World 7. It would be very helpful. The problem is there's not a lot you can do to actually advance RNG as coup. It's kind of hard to manip when you can't like do anything to see which value you're on or even really change it that much at will.
Yeah, because you can't create stars with Ku and Kirby. Or at least not easily.
Yeah, if you pick the wrong path here, you just get crushed and die.
Yeah. In case you want to know, the path is up, down, middle, down. Up, down works too, but up, down, middle, down is the gamer path.
Up, down is the right
Holy
path.
crap, the gamer path.
We always take gamer path here.
Any
Oh
gamer
my god,
pathers?
Stitch was actually good. Which is why I immediately messed it up. Good job, me.
I'm making a sad face and you can't even see it.
Okay. There we go. Stitch actually gave me good RNG 2 times in a row. That's actually amazing.
It's actually really hard to even one-shot Stitch, like one cycle Stitch, even if you do get the good pattern, because he recovers so quickly in this specific stage.
If I was good, I would totally meme right now and try a different route, but I'm not going to. So there's a new route that's basically being implemented here where you use stone for the next 2 boss fights, but it's a bit tricky, and I don't feel like doing it right now.
You're not just going to do the thing that takes a lot of practice without having practiced it at all in a live marathon setting.
I know, it's a shocker.
Color me shocked right now, honestly.
Oh.
I can't believe you've done this.
Something about Charlie eating my finger, I don't know.
Hold left here because Pepper Shoot
This
will
game
only
is a
ambush you.
troll. Game is a troll and will just drop the boss on your head.
Yep. So after that, we're done with Ku. We're just gonna get rid of it and grab Claire again.
Not even good trolls, just literal pick-up paths and dropping enemies on your head. Come on, Nintendo.
Yeah.
SMH
we
my
can't bring
head.
They just
Or
want
whatever.
quarters, I think. It's okay.
You can't bring Ku into this boss fight because the 1 tile gap. But anyway, this is this final boss.
You wonder why DDD didn't install more one-tile gaps throughout the levels.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is chat needs DDD to have like an ego check because at the end of the last run there was 2 CPs fighting each other and DDD won.
Yeah, I'm basically putting DD in his place. This is for you, Limey.
Yes!
We want to see DDD jump like he did the one time, because then you get a double star, which does as much as, I think, 6 cutter blades. That's very helpful.
And time.
And time.
GG's.
GG. Nice run.
That was a very solid run. Nice.
DDD is very RNG heavy, but that was pretty tame. And I got 1 jump as well.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Sometimes DD just doesn't jump beforehand and it's a giant pain. But yeah, that was Kirby Dream Man 2. 8%.
Yeah, where can
Is,
everyone find you? Because that was a great time.
Oh, you can find me at twitch.tv/glitchassassin, I think. That's a place. Yeah, I do Kirby Speedruns and other stuff. And also follow Diaper. They're really awesome. Very crash runner.
Doing Kirby Air Ride top ride recently.
Yeah, they're gonna be on GDQ Friday.
Yeah, the same day that me and PT were talking about in the last run. Yeah, it's just that Friday. Also, Dark Elio will be there playing Kirby Air Ride.
Yeah, a top ride. And join the Kirby Discord.
Yeah,
Yep.
Riley will literally eat 20 pieces of candy this Friday. That's totally not clickbait. You should totally watch the run.
Not
Literally will.
I think there should be a Kirby Air
fall
Ride
off the map.
3% like Mario World.
Have them fall off them.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
absolutely follow these two absolute god gamers. Please,
I
I'm
think
begging. Push
there's
that.
Nightmare in Dreamland food percent, actually.
Oh,
Really? That's kind of fun.
Like butter building. You just stick a butter.
Oh, God.
oh, okay. That hurt my stomach. Okay. We've got to get off stream. But before we go, I just want to mention you can use !FF in Twitch chat to see more information about GDQ's All Women in Femme Speedrunning event, which is happening next week. It is coming up real soon. And you can use !PAX and !GDQX to find information about PAX West and GDQX, respectively, which are happening on August 30th to the 2nd, and then a couple weeks after, from September 20th to the 22nd. So if you want to find more information about that, use those commands. We will be back in just a few minutes with more AAPI Speedrunners. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the AAPI Rewind, where we're turning back the clock, pretending it is May. We're going to be showcasing all sorts of AAPI Speedrunners here for you tonight. Right now, we have A_Friday_Pack showing off a cool game. If you want to introduce yourself and the game.
Yes, hello, my name is A Variety Pack, and today we'll be doing Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. It is a visual novel, and yes, you may be thinking, a visual novel speedrun, how could that possibly be interesting? But it is my duty as a performer to convince you that it is worth your while. So we'll go ahead and get started, since there's a lot to explain, and I'm sure I'll get to it as I go along. So let's start the clock in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... go. So yes, this is a visual novel. It's a visual novel, however, with a little bit of gameplay added. There's a lot of drink making, as the name Cyberpunk Bartender Action may imply. Now, I performed this for one of the Fatales events about a year ago. And the route that I had taken was perhaps a little bit suboptimal, or at least a lot of routing has been done since then, thankfully. As you can see here, our job is to make a lot of drinks. I am just forgetting everything. Okay, there we go. We have 5 ingredients. I lovingly refer to them as the different colors that they are as opposed to their actual ingredient names. So red, orange, blue, green, and other blue, light blue, I guess. And we'll be combining them in various different combinations in order to achieve the name of the category, which is called Perfect Service. However, we've found a little bit of a loophole with the rules. The category is indeed called Perfect Service, but that does not mean we have to necessarily give every customer what they order. For example, this man is named Ingram, and Ingram requests a lot of manly drinks, very stereotypically manly drinks, but the game permits us to give them sugar rushes, which are sort of the stereotypically feminine drinks. They're very small, and they're obviously very fast because they don't have too many ingredients. That is to say, we're looking for literally every single loophole we can when we're playing through this game. We want to find every single opportunity to serve someone a smaller drink. Now, something to mention is that you saw that the shaker in the bottom right-hand side of the screen was a little bit faster than it normally is. Not or less, more than it is normally. And that's because I am playing on the Switch version of this game. Now there's a console and PC split, thankfully. Not all games have that, but thankfully there is one for us. And the reason why that's so important is because there are 2 sort of different styles of mixing in this game. There's mixing and then there's blending, which is, as you might expect, a little bit longer of an action. On the PC run, this is a little bit annoying, and indeed, this is the same thing with any console run. that does not have access to what the Switch has. And now you might be thinking, what could that possibly be? And the answer is motion controls. We have access, thankfully, on the Switch to the Joy-Con motion controls, which is going to make blending a lot easier. Normally, what you would have to do is sort of sit and wait until mixing turns into blending, but that is not the case for the Switch. We get to just shake a little bit more vigorously with our motion controls, and we will automatically go to blending, which is extremely good for us. Now, along the way, customers will occasionally be asking for things that aren't necessarily real drinks. Sometimes they'll ask for a very specific drink name. For example, Dorothy currently is asking for a Piano Woman. However, sometimes they'll just ask for something that is bitter or manly or something to that effect. In a manner that is very similar to our sort of loophole finding, we're going to be giving them as the smallest drinks humanly possible. So whenever someone asks for something bitter or something manly, you can expect that we're probably going to give them something called a gut punch that has 6 ticks, that is to say 5 orange and 1 green. Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't mess this one up. Thank you very much. Which is, generally smaller than most of the drinks in the game. Most of them have around 10 or fewer pips are what we consider to be a small drink in this game. So anything smaller than 10, we're going to absolutely try to do, including a sugar rush. For example, Kira Miki is going to ask for something alcohol-free or soft or sweet or something to that effect. Sugar rushes, which are the smallest drink in the game with only 3 pips, are absolutely going to be our... I needed to add ice to that. Thank you. We are going to be our drink of choice whenever possible, and the game gives us permission to sort of choose what we want. So you'll see on this screen we have mistakes 0, and even though, for example, Donovan asks for beers, he will also accept teas, which is, we'll get into sort of the special drinks a little bit later in the run, but yeah. So Alma here is going to ask for a badge touch drink. So this one, we actually have to give her the requested drink because it was done by name and there's no other contingency in the game. So yes, when we were doing this before, or when I had run this previously in the Fatales event, what happened is we didn't really know about all of the potential ways to sort of skirt the rules. So thankfully, we have a new method of doing that now, thanks to the work of Jan Jarala, who is also a fantastic Signalis speedrunner. But for some reason, it's not always consistent when you can and can't flout the rules. For example, Donovan normally would accept a tea or a spiced tea for his drink of choice, even though it's not technically his regular since we had not given to him in the middle of the story. However, for whatever reason, after the beginning opening days, we're only allowed to give him beers, which is actually what he requests. So we just served Stella a Piano Woman, and we're about to serve her a Piano Man. These are what we might call large drinks. That is to say, the drinks have over 10 pips in each drink. In addition, you'll see ice and age sort of on the left-hand side of the drink UI. And this is a little bit interesting because you'll see that when the UI comes up, there's like a little bit of a pause before you can actually start adding ingredients. Now that is true, you can't add ingredients until that screen is over, but you can change the modifier. So you can add ice and you can age a drink before the game lets you add any ingredients, which is really, really useful because it means that you're actually doing 1 fewer pip of activity when you're actually, creating the drink and serving it to the customer. All right. Day 4. This one is a sort of trick. He asks for a drink that's lower than $80. So you might think, oh yes, you have so many opportunities. Lower than $80. Who pays $80 for a drink? Unfortunately, this is the far future, and inflation has run a little bit rampant. There's one of the sort of commercials in the background on the TV says that you can buy ramen for $60. What a deal. Like cup noodle kind of ramen. So yeah, that's sort of the...
That's a great price.
It's a fantastic price if you have literally nothing else available, perhaps. All right, yes, this is Streaming Chan. as the name might imply, and you can tell by all of the comments that are sort of flying across the screen, she is indeed a streamer. She's a 24/7 streamer, and, you know, I quite enjoy streaming, but perhaps not that much. All right, occasionally you'll get sort of dual orders. For example, Betty and B tier are going to be asking for 2 beers. Generally speaking, the 2 characters will ask for the same drink. For example, they're also going to be asking for Brantinis, which is 60301. But sometimes they won't, but that's not very often. More likely, you're going to be sort of abusing the fact that we can sort of, again, skirt the rules a little bit. So, for example, they asked for 2 manly drinks, so you might assume that, you know, it would be fast enough to perhaps just give them both a gut punch, because as I said before, gut punches are pretty small. They're very apt for this particular speedrunning application. However, for whatever reason, Beat will accept a sugar rush. Beat is his name, right? It's been a while since I've actually read the story of the game. So for whatever reason, he'll take a sugar rush. And even though it's only 3 pips fewer, you know, we're speedrunners. We like to save as much time as possible. At the beginning of Chapter 5, we're going to be treated with the greatest speedrun bomb that this game has is the rum. You won't be able to use it all of the time, but very often characters will ask for a drink that, or something to the effect of, like, they don't really care what they get, or they want something strong or promote or something to that effect, to any number of categories. And the interesting thing about that is rum and tea and the plum fume, which we're going to be using in this chapter as well, they are examples of the special drinks. And the special drinks are accessed via a very conveniently located menu. You just hit the L button twice, and you'll access the menu with all of your special drinks. As you might expect, that is significantly faster to perform than actually going through the drink-making UI and making all these silly drinks. So whenever we have an opportunity, again, to skirt the rules and give a customer something that they did not ask for, if rum is an option, it is going to be the best option. All right, to make another sugar rush, she said wants something sweet and alcohol-free, so that makes sense. Our next customer is going to be Virgilio, and Virgilio asks for the number 17, so we're going to give him a drink that is worth 17 pips. And here you're going to see the special menu in action again. Hit the L button twice, and we're going to give him a fedora with perfume in it. Not exactly my drink of choice, but thankfully we have it available. Otherwise, we would actually absolutely get a mistake. All right, so this is the end of the first chapter. It is one of 3 chapters, and it's really just going to be me holding the A button and getting through the end of the chapter until the next one. Thankfully, the game gives us the opportunity to just hold the A button and skip a lot of the text. In this little segment here, what you're supposed to be doing is drinking and having a good time with your boss and reading all the fun dialogue, and you can get Jill a little bit drunker perhaps, and she'll say some more off-the-wall things than perhaps she would otherwise. However, in a speedrun context, we're just going to skip over it because it is not worth our time. However, it is incredibly long, so I'll be holding the A button for a long time to get out of that. But we are here finally at Chapter 2.
There's so much more in this than I thought there would be. Like, I'm like entranced because like you're just processing everything so quickly and just like making like so many drinks like just so fast. Like, I'm just enamored.
It's great. Actually, thank you for bringing that up. I might as well say, while we have just a few standard drinks to make at the beginning of day 7, that this run is one of the first speedruns that I ever learned. I don't really come back to visit it very often because it's not necessarily the most exciting run of all time. I'm willing to admit that at the very least. However, it was one of the first speedruns that I learned during COVID. I would say that speedrunning really was my COVID hobby, so to speak. You know, some people baked bread and other things, but I think for me it was speedrunning. I learned a couple categories of the DLCs for Bioshock Infinite, but I didn't really take that very seriously. And like I said at the very beginning of this showcase, yes, this is perhaps not the most exciting run of all time, might not be the most interesting. However, if you're looking for a way to get into speedrunning, honestly, this game is not a bad choice. I guess the way that I would describe it is that it gets you in the mindset of speedrunning. It gets you used to the idea that there are things that you can do fast, even if the game doesn't really intend for you to do it. Even if it's technically programmed to the game, it sort of gets you into a headspace of like, how can I do something that the game did not ask me to do? And I think that's really what got me into speedrunning in the first place, this run, so I can't really thank it enough, at least for that. Here's another example of Virgilio asking for something fake, and as we come to find out later in the game, it doesn't really matter what you give him, so again, like I said, those special drinks are going to be our drink of choice in those scenarios. Day 8. And yet again, as you might have expected, we will be serving yet another bottle of rum. And yes, that is indeed a dog. This character, I believe, is called Rad Shiba. So if you've never played,
that's what that is.
It is indeed a Rad Shiba. Very aptly named. So yeah, if you have not played this game before, perhaps I have just given you a little bit of incentive to do so.
This dog can speedrun baseball is so good. Like, oh.
Actually, it's worth noting, since we're here waiting for this little interlude, there's actually a little bit of, not speedrun tech. Tech is not how I would describe that, but there is a little bit of finagling that we do in the save screens, not just, your standard save screen where you just sort of mash A until you're done with it. There's a little bit of tech that we have to implement. We want to mash A so we get past the first screen, but then we immediately want to begin mashing B, because if you don't mash B, the game will want you to save. It'll go through its entire music segment, so we can cut that short by sort of leaving the menu screen as fast as possible. You'll notice that at the end of day 8, we gave Ingram, who I described earlier as giving sugar rushes, more sugar rushes, even though he's still asking for these manly drinks, trying to put on a face. So yeah, the new routing that happened in this game was extremely important because, like I said, we didn't really know what rules were able to be broken. So the first customer that we got on day 9 asked for a fluffy dream. Obviously, we just thought, hey, we should probably give her the fluffy dream. But as it so happens, you can just give her anything and the game won't count it as a mistake. So just to reiterate, if you are just joining us, the rules of the category say that you must have 0 mistakes. You don't necessarily have to give customers what they want. So even though she asks for a fluffy dream, we give her Sugar Rush because it is indeed a little bit faster. Just by a few pips, but a few pips can make all the difference. And then at the end of this day, I have one little note in my route here that says hold. The way that the text skipping in this game works is a little bit obnoxious. Generally, when you hold A, it'll sort of move past one text box like it just did there, and then it will start to skip. However, you can try to expedite that a little bit by having the A button held before the actual cutscene starts. It's a little bit wild, so whenever there's an interlude or there's a section after the day, I will have it marked in my notes as such just to remind me that, hey, it's a little bit faster to hold here. So we just gave Virgilio a Sparkle Star, which is the same ingredients as Sugar Rush, but you do have to age it. So if I were to give you a little bit of a quiz to see if you're paying attention, which one of those 2 drinks is faster to make? A drink with 201 that doesn't require aging, or a drink with 2 and 201 that does require aging?
I did not know that this would be on the quiz.
It is going to be on the quiz. The answer to that is there is no difference because, again, you are allowed to input modifiers before you are actually allowed to add any ingredients. So for the case of the Sparkle Star, it is a fluffy Sparkle Star, you can add the age modifier before you actually add the ingredients. And because those ingredients are the same, it's actually ends up being no different in terms of time.
I was right, and I'm so happy that I was right.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that I am communicating the information nicely because, as you might imagine, this is a little bit of a focus-intensive run. There really are no breaks, with the exceptions of those in-between chapter segments. So I am looking at my route and attempting to commentate at the same time. So the fact that I was able to make that information readily available means that I must be doing a decent job.
Yeah, this is great. Keep it up. Oh, there are 2 dogs now?
There are now 2 dogs. That Rad Shiba, if I remember correctly, Rad Shiba is actually a part-time worker at this bar. He also works for a dog toy company or something to that effect. So the second dog that came into the bar was Rad Shiba's boss from his other job.
Does the person Rad Shiba came with have a name? Like Dope Shiba or whatever?
It might just be boss, but I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, it's been a little bit since I've actually engaged with the story in this game.
No, that's so fair.
As you can see, we don't exactly tend to it as we do the speedrun.
I can read this all perfectly. I don't know what you're on about.
No wonder you got my quiz questions correct.
It's because I got that speedrunning brain.
True. You also think faster when you're a speedrunner. So I've been saying all throughout this run that we try to sort of flout the rules as much as possible. Alma just asked for something that was cold and alcoholic, so we gave her rum, which meets the alcoholic quota, but I'm not exactly sure why it meets the cold quota. I'm not going to complain because it's faster than what she actually asks for, which is probably either going to be a Badge Touch or a Cobalt Velvet. But, like I said, the special drinks are indeed significantly faster. A big example of that is what we just served Jill right there. Jill actually requests a big beer, and what a big drink is you take a small drink and then double the number of ingredients it is to make a big drink. So you need to add 20 pips to make a big beer. But in the reroute, we just give her a little bit of rum, which is, as you might expect, definitely a little faster. Not by too much, because nothing is particularly faster than anything else in this game because we're making drinks so quickly. However, we want to be on top of our game. And as we make our way, actually, did I explain this now? I'll explain it after this next little segment here. Actually, no, this is a good time. So the way that I remember all of these drinks is via a code. And that code is the number of pips that each drink has from left to right in order of the colors. So for example, Say is asking for something that is cold. And so we're going to give her a sunshine cloud. So the way that I remember sunshine cloud is 22000. And then ice blend. So 22000 ice blend. We're also going to be making a gut punch, which is 05010 age. So that's actually how I remember all of the drinks. It's by this weird, bizarre code that I have assigned to each drink. I guess it's not weird and bizarre. It's actually fairly intuitive, but it's not. My head is filled with a bunch of random numbers because they make no sense to anyone else. So if you're looking for a new password, perhaps, for one of your accounts that you probably have a repeat password for, all of the drink codes for stuff in Valhalla will be a very good idea. All right. We are in the interlude between chapters 2 and 3. And, during this segment, I always was like, what is actually the fastest way to do this? Because the game very annoyingly does this thing where it actually stops the momentum or the forward movement of the text. You'll notice that as I was holding the A button, the text stopped. It required me to hit A again to progress the text once more. Thankfully, we did a little bit of extra routing as well. Or I guess I didn't do any of the routing. Someone did the extra routing as well, and there is a little bit of a faster way to get through it. So we don't have to sort of flail and flounder around. We know when the dialogue is actually going to happen this time. So even though it is still indeed annoying that the text will stop a little bit, we know the best way to circumnavigate that. But that is the end of chapter 2. We have one more to go, and we are almost done.
I can't believe that we're almost done. Like, this has just been going by so fast.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you have not played this game, I would recommend it. It's pretty interesting. But like I said before, if you are looking for a game to sort of get you into the headspace of speedrunning, what it's like to compete against a time that seems unbeatable, this is a really good game to start because, it's fairly casual, but it gives you a lot of ways to sort of trick the game in ways that it knows that it's going to be tricked. So, as we begin day 14, we'll start with our jukebox, and then we'll add our code is 01330 blend. Next, we're going to be giving Virgilio a flaming moai, which is 11235. So, like I said, this is how I remember all of these drinks. I have these codes in my head. Interestingly, the other rule for perfect service is that we have to get all of these, we have to get all of the secret endings in this game. Yes, there are indeed secret endings. So we just gave Virgilio a flaming moai. There are drinks that would be faster to give Virgilio to sort of make him go away faster. But in order to get the secret ending and fulfill the requirements of the category, we did have to give him that particular drink, even though it is a significantly larger drink, simply because it is required of us. It unlocks the curry ending, if I remember correctly. And then we'll finish off with a sugar rush for day 14. Yes, that girl in the background, Anna, doesn't actually exist or something. I'm not exactly sure what the lore is there, but no one else can see her but us. So that's why we had a lot of text at the end of that chapter, just because we had to sort of explain what was going on with our mind. All right, day 15 starts with a Cobalt of Velvet. Now, keep this character in mind, Stella. There's going to be there aren't too many actual tricks in this run so much as there are ways to sort of cheat the game. But there are oh, did I mess that one up? I did. I accidentally aged the drink and I was not supposed to. There's one trick that we will be doing that involves this character, I believe in chapter 17. So, the one with the cat ears wearing the red dress. Keep her in mind. Fringe Weaver. And then we'll be finishing off with a frothy water. I don't know about you. A frothy water doesn't sound particularly appetizing to me, but it is indeed an ingredient. It's, I believe, the second fastest drink to make. So you might be wondering why we make so many gut punches if it's not actually faster than anything else. However, we do sort of have to still abide by the general rules the game gives us, and very rarely does a customer ask for something that is bubbly or ask for something that is classy or something, or classic, not classy. Classic and classy are different categories for some reason. So yeah, we don't get to use frothy water that often just because it's not something that customers generally ask for.
Frothy water gives me the same vibes as still water, for what it's worth, which also isn't particularly appetizing. Yeah.
No, I don't want to think about mosquitoes in my alcoholic drinks. I would rather
it's for flavor, for sure.
It's for flavor, maybe a little bit of extra protein too. So yes, we have Ingram here again. I believe this is the last time we're going to see Ingram, which is very sad, not because Ingram's a particularly nice guy. In fact, he's actually fairly rude to us, but because, as I said earlier, Ingram lets us replace every single drink order he has with a sugar rush, which, as I've explained, is the smallest possible drink in this game. I almost messed up and gave her the wrong drink. That would have ruined the run. Oh, I should say, by the way, despite this being called a perfect service run, because it is a showcase, if I do happen to get a drink wrong or get a mistake, please do not come after me. I've been doing my best. So yeah. All right. this is Norma. She is the girl that we gave a a sugar rush to instead of the fluffy dream that she actually requested. We'll be giving the fluffy dream to Dorothy here instead. Apparently, that's what she requested. And now we are at day 17. There are only 3 more days to go, and one of those days is not really a day. So we have about 2 actual days to go. And yes, day 17 is home to the very interesting trick that this game has. I did not know about this until the reroutes happened, and I relearned the run specifically for this showcase. Before that, though, we have Donovan here. Yeah, again, I'm not exactly sure why we're allowed to give him teas at the very beginning of the game, but no longer. We must give him his requested... Why did I blend that? There was no reason for me to do that. But his actual requested drink of a beer in the later days, it's not too big of a deal, but it does actually force us to add 10 pips instead of just doing 3 inputs to get him the tea. This order by Kiramiki, I actually mess up fairly often because we're so used to giving Kiramiki giving customers the rum. The rum is the first listed special drink. So when we were giving customers teas before, it was sort of serving the same purpose as the rum. But since rum got moved to the top, this is not correct. There we go. We had to sort of move our cursor to the tea since Kiramiki was actually explicitly asking for the tea this time. So this is Stella. I told you to keep her in mind, and we're going to be performing a very interesting trick. We need to summon a very specific character named Jess, but she'll only actually appear if we serve her something that is classic. However, let me rephrase that. She'll only appear if we give her the Flaming Moai drink. But she's asking for something classic. So what ends up happening is we create a Flaming Moai as the secret ending would desire us to get, but we actually trash it. We throw it away, and then we give her the classic drink that she so requests. For whatever reason, the game says, hey, the Flaming Moai was somewhere in Stella's vicinity, so we're going to give you the secret character, even though you didn't actually give the character the secret drink. We got to use a frothy water instead, which, as I've expressed, is a fairly small drink that we will always be happy to give when requested.
I still hate that name. That is... wow.
Frothy water.
Yeah.
Yeah, not my favorite. So next is the sort of what I call the final boss of this game. That might seem a little bit strange since there's clearly no bosses, but the Piano Man and the Piano Woman are very difficult drinks to make. They are large drinks. I believe they both have 17 or 18 pips associated with them. And what's really obnoxious about this game is that if you mess up a drink, you have to trash the drink and then you have to start all over. I mean, that makes sense. I'm not going to complain about that. But if you do mess up a drink, a really big drink like that on the last legs of making it, and you have to reset it, that's a lot of time waste. So the fact that that particular dual serve required us to get to both a Piano Man and a Piano Woman, 2 fairly large drinks. If you mess any of them up, you have to start that drink that you're currently making from the beginning. So it's very cruel that they add that right at the very end of the game, but it makes sense. You're supposed to also, it's still a game, even though it is a visual novel, so I understand why they wanted to give us a little bit of a challenge at the end. Oh, something else I guess I should mention. For part of the reroute, very interestingly, let us skip any time a customer asks us for a big drink. So, for example, the 2 girls at the end there, Streaming Chan and Dorothy, asked us for 2 big beers. But for whatever reason, we don't have to give them big beers. We can just give them normal beers, and it won't count as a mistake. You might remember that at the very beginning, we gave Donovan a big beer, but that, in that instance, was to avoid a second drink that we would have to make him instead. So that was a time-saving measure. This is also a time-saving measure. This is our final drink of the game. This is going to be a sugar rush just to appease Gabby here. And then time will be in about 3, 2, 1. Time. That's when we lose control of the game.
GG's.
Thank you very much. So yes, thank you very much for watching Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartender Action. I know it was a visual novel speedrun. I know it was perhaps not the most exciting thing of all time to watch. However, I hope that you sort of understand why I chose it as a speedrun game. It gets me in the mindset of being, hey, I need to be fast. There is a precise way to be fast, and there is routing involved in being fast. And if those aren't the primary concerns of a speedrunner, then I don't know what is. So, yes, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and enjoy the rest of the showcase.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we hop off, where can everybody find you?
Yes, you can find me at twitch.tv/a_variety_pack. I am currently gearing up to do a Bayonetta 3 run at Flame Fatales on, what is that, August the 21st, and I believe the command is !FF in this chat if you'd like to see more information on that.
Steal my job,
also,
wow. Okay.
I've been here a lot.
Yeah.
I've also been gearing up to do Bioshock Infinite one-handed runs, been doing some practice on that. So lots of fun stuff over there if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely give them a follow at twitch.tv/a_variety_pack/subscribe. But before we hop off, I just want to mention real quick, if you're watching on YouTube, head over to twitch.tv/GDQ, which I told actually redirects to Games Done Quick. And if you're watching here on Twitch, go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. Check out all the VODs, all that good stuff. Bring back in just a few minutes with some good old classic Mario 1. Hello, twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick. We're live with twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick Hotfix. We're showcasing a bunch of AAPI Speedrunners. We have Mario 1 on right now. And before we get started, I just want to mention you should go to GamesDoneQuick.com/Hotfix to see more information about all of our pretty much almost daily content at this point. There's a lot of it. It's pretty cool. You can go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick, all that good stuff. But Supersonic, would you like to introduce yourself? And also the game that probably needs no introduction at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Supersonic. I am primarily a Sonic speedrunner, but I did start off as a Mario runner when I began speedrunning in 2016. So this is the very first Mario game, also the very first video game I ever played in my life. And we're going to be doing the warpless category, in which we will be playing all 32 stages without taking any warp zones. But there will be some little neat tidbits here and there. But without further ado, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right, so 1-1. We're going to be grabbing the mushroom early on. So we're going to be doing the 1-1 and 1-2 power-up grabs here. Going to take this pipe to have a little bit of a shortcut here. I intentionally landed on the corner block there to get a 5 at the end of my timer. So that way, when I finish the level here, I won't be able to get a 6 at the end. Because if you get 1, 3, or 6 at the end of your timer, you'll get 1, 3, or 6 fireworks respectively. 1 firework doesn't waste any time, but 3 and 6 does waste time. 3 fireworks waste about 1 second, and then 6 fireworks waste about 2 seconds. So we're going to try to avoid the 3 and 6 fireworks as much as we can here. In the meantime, oops, get my fire flower here. So now we have the ability to shoot fire with Mario. Good. Oh, I tried to do a duck jump there, but I ended up getting hit by the Goomba. So originally I was going to be on a route in which I could know what patterns I'll have, but since I ended up getting hit, and it's always in 1-2, there's always something about me in the -2 levels, not just like this Mario game, but like any other game in general that has like a second level in it. There's always like something that goes wrong. But anyways, we're out at 1-2 now. We do have the mushroom.
Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Totally. So here at 1-3, you know what? We're actually going to forego the fire flower here. We're actually going to be doing a cool glitch in 1-4. It is also going to depend on Bowser's pattern because this game has frame rules. And I'm sure a lot of us may have heard the old bus analogy with the bus stop at the end of each level. So yeah, frame rule is 21 frames or 0.35 seconds. And if you finish a level at any time with those 21 frames or 0.35 seconds, it'll give you like different patterns of the level. Otherwise, if you end up finishing the level pretty much consistently, then you will know exactly what patterns you'll end up getting. So here we have Bowser coming up. He has 3 different jumps that he does. He jumps forward, he does a change direction, which he did just there, and he also jumps backwards. So, and now we grab the axe and as well as take damage from Bowser at the same time. So So technically we are small right now, but we are currently big. But if we end up getting hit by an enemy, we will end up dying. But as we uncover this mushroom here, we turn small. Yeah, but we're technically big. And then we uncover the fire flower. If I can grab it. Oh my gosh. I was getting like diagonal inputs there. I was going to get the fire flower there, but... and become small Fire Mario, but that's okay. We have this fire flower right here that we can grab. There we go. Now we got small Fire Mario. So this guy, it's in the game's code, but there isn't an animation to have small Mario shoot fireballs. So you'll see like a frame or two, a big Mario show up whenever you shoot a fireball. This does not affect your hitbox in any way. It's pretty convenient for a lot of parts, but like the only thing with small Mario is you cannot break blocks. Also, you cannot do duck jumps either, which is pretty convenient in this case. So we would much rather not have to worry about doing any down inputs for this. So now we have 2-2 here, which is our water level. And of course, for whatever reason, we're able to shoot fire in the water. And we cooked up a single fried fish and have some calamari on the side. Usually we like to have like double fried fish calamari special in this level.
Oh, I could mess up a plate of calamari right now, though.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Takate for coming up with that name whenever we fireball those cheeps and bloopers.
In the Kirby run, we were talking about like food percent. Like, oh, I'm getting hungry.
Oh man, yeah, I gotta get some grub to eat right after. All right, 2-3, we got some flying cheeps. As far as like the frame rule system goes, since I don't really know what pattern we're at anymore, like this is all practically random at this point. So we're gonna be getting like weird cheap patterns here. And it seems like for now, these patterns are fairly nice. Didn't have anything to get in our way there. Yeah, pretty quick level there. So now we have 2-4. So as you know that every -4 level has a boss character, which is Bowser. And the first 7 Bowser are all imposters. So we have the Fire Flower to shoot him down 5 times. Sometimes you can hit him with 4 because he has 2 hitboxes. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. And the middle overlaps. So if you're able to get the fireballs hit on both hitboxes, that will deal 2 damage. So you can potentially do like 4 fireball kills for Bowser here. So as you see, we just uncovered the Koopa from that Bowser there. And as you noticed as well, like whenever we shoot down Bowser, the bridge collapse doesn't happen. So we end up saving 2.5 seconds from that, which is very ideal. Otherwise, we would have to like sit around and wait for the bridge collapse to happen. And that is like a huge waste of time. All right, so we're just getting through 3-1 here. So we have our set of night stages. This is personally my favorite world in the game, just because of how it looks. But my favorite level is actually 4-2, which we will see in a full world from now. Usually we have like the warp zone that we normally take in 4-2, but we're not going to be doing that since we're doing warpless. The warpless level of 4-2 is actually really fun. And there's like 2 different routes that you can take for that one. Also for this part right here, shoot the fireballs with the music, and we thank Goofy Chocobo for finding this Goomba despawn at the end here. So sometimes you will get 1 or 2 Goomba despawns by shooting the enemies to that, like the musical notes, like with the song. So we always like thank Goofy Chocobo for that, because he was the one that found that strat. Fellow Mario warpless runner. Now we have 3-3 here. Grabbing these coins, some people say that it plays along with the music, but I don't think it does. I think it's its own melody. So it sounds pretty nice there. Okay, so we're heading into 3-4. Normally this is where the frame rules would come into play, because knowing what patterns we will get for the Podoboos and the fire bars. But in this case, we're going to be playing it a little safe here so I don't lose my fire flower. I almost got hit by that as I said that. But we're totally fine right now. So like this section right here, we're actually going to play it a little safe. I probably could have gone underneath the Podoboo and over the fireball there. And get rid of Bowser. No bridge collapse animation, and we are 3 worlds in, 5 more to go. So yeah,
We're
this is
almost
pretty
halfway
much
done, right?
just about. Once we pass 4-4, that'll be halfway.
Yeah, whenever you play this game, it scares me just because, like, I know, like, everything is, like, pretty calculated for the most part, but it's, like, it's still just so scary to watch.
Yeah, this game can bring in the little scares here and there because of the platforming that we do, shooting the fireballs. And then the Lucky 2 can sometimes scare people too. But 4-1 is pretty straightforward. As long as you're running forward and Lucky 2 is not going to hit you with the spinies, so no problem at all. So now we got 4-2, which I mentioned is my favorite level. So there are two paths that you can take. You can either take the bottom route or the top route. I love to take the bottom route because it is the best route. Top route doesn't waste any time either, but it is like fairly straightforward. You don't have to worry about any enemies here. But with the luxury of our fire flower, we're able to shoot enemies down. I like to do some target practice here because of like later levels that are coming up. There'll be a lot of fireballs being shot. All right, so just like that, we are done with 4-2. Now coming up in 4-3, there is a frame rule called the Sky Boots frame rule. Or in this case, since we are a small Mario, this is called the Sky Butt frame rule. If we end up seeing a pixel of Sky underneath Mario, then the screen transition will be a little quicker. But if we don't see that, then it will be a slower transition to get to the next level here. A big jump there, and we did not get it. That's fine. So we are going to see like a little bit of a slower transition to the next level here. So in that case, I would be losing one frame rule, but that's all right. So 4-4, this is our first maze level. So we're going to be taking the top route here for the first section. If you end up taking the bottom route, it will loop. So now for this next section, we're going to go to the bottom. If you take the top or middle, that will loop as well. Okay, now this Bowser can be a little tricky. Okay, ow! Didn't get any momentum to grab the axe there. All right.
If you like paused right before that, I would have like bet money that you were gonna like have a little bit of momentum at least to like grab the axe, but like there's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to get a little bit of speed there just to jump to the axe, but Mario didn't have any, but that's all right. So now we're actually in the second half of the game. So we're in World 5, and this is actually my least favorite world in the game. Everything about World 5 I absolutely despise, because a lot of things can go wrong in these next few levels, especially in 5-2 and 5-3. Although 5-3 and 5-4 both are copies of 1-3 and 2-4 respectively, they just added more fire bars to them, or more enemies, and then shortened platforms and such. 5-2, we got the Hammer Bros here. Usually they aren't that much of a nuisance to deal with. Luckily they gave us some good patterns here, so we're totally fine with that. I'm gonna try to get a big jump. Okay, there we go, landed on there. And I'm gonna slow it down a little bit so I don't get the 6 at the end of the timer, since we did have to stop for the bullet bill at the very beginning. All right, 5-3. So this is a copy of 1-3, except we're gonna see bullet bills shoot. They're going to be shooting randomly, so I'm going to pretty much have to react as they're showing up. And I do have to stop on that Goomba in particular, otherwise this platform at the end will despawn, because the platforms are considered enemy sprites. So only, I think it's up to 5 enemy sprites that can be on screen at a time. So if we didn't stop on that Goomba there, then that platform will despawn. Mainly because this is an NES game and the cartridge can only hold so much at the time. Actually, I'm going to wait a little bit here because I got a bad firebar pattern. They did improve that in the Super Nintendo version in Mario All-Stars, because the cartridge had a little more memory to hold. Get this Bowser out of the way. So yeah, all the enemies are practically fixed in that version, as well as hitboxes are fixed too. So there are like some instances where I will be jumping over the piranha plants. They fixed that in the All-Stars version because they enlarged the hitbox for those. Now into World 6, I jumped on top of those 2 blocks there, so that way the Lucky Dude doesn't throw the spiny. And since we stomped on him, he's not going to appear for the remainder of the level. And there are like no more enemies as long as we keep moving. Also, let's get up here. So yeah, we're gonna finish the level with the 1 at the end, but as I mentioned before, 1 firework does not waste any time because it's gonna immediately transition to the next level right after.
Real quick, I just want to mention, I know I mentioned it earlier in the night, but I just want to bring up again that if you like all the content that GDQ puts out every single day with Hotfix, consider tossing us a sub or like some bits or even a gift sub, or even if you have a Prime, Twitch Prime right now. It genuinely helps us a lot.
Yeah, definitely. You guys should support the Hotfix shows. Always a pleasure to be a part of. Well, we ended up getting a 3 there because I did not slow down enough at the end there. So we're going to get 3 fireworks, essentially losing 1 second, but that's totally fine. So in 6-3, it may look like it's a snow level, but it's really not. It's just a color aesthetic for it. So we've been fooled thinking that this is snow because they did not make this into a snow level in the All-Stars version. But it does look pretty nice though. I do like the red outlines on the clouds there. All right. So 6-4, this is going to be a copy of 1-4. So we're going to be seeing some more Podoboos and some more fire bars. We are going to be waiting here just a little bit, just so we can manipulate the fire bars in the middle of the level, which is this section right here, and we don't have to like wait for them. And then this is when Bowser starts throwing hammers at us. Oh, we had a little bit of lag there. So as you saw, I got hit, so it turns me into Big Mario, but I'm technically small at the moment, so I need to grab a mushroom. If I end up dying, I will be losing this glitch state, so I don't want to do that. I'm going to try to get the mushroom here. There we go. Okay, now we got to grab the fire flower. Hopefully we don't take any damage here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to wait for this burrow. You could technically jump on the bro, and as long as you're descending from your jump, you'll have priority over all the enemies. But the only problem is the bro can still throw a hammer even as they're destroyed. So we just gotta watch out for that. Okay, so we're powered back up to fire. Totally okay. So now we're gonna have another copy level in 7-2, which is pretty much the same as 2-2, except there's going to be more bloopers and more cheeps here. But in this case, I'm going to try not to shoot any of them unless I really have to, because it could be a bad blooper at the end. What's up?
We're not going for a combo plate this time?
Unfortunately, no. Yeah, so the main reason for that is sometimes there could be a bad blooper at the end, and if that blooper catches me, I will get hit. And if that were to happen, then the only power-up I could grab is the mushroom in 7-3, but we will not get another power-up until 8-2, because there are no power-ups in 7-4 and 8-1. So I had to shoot that one there, and there's that bad blooper I was talking about. Okay. That was a little close.
Was scary, yeah.
Yeah, that was a one blooper I was worried about, but I did have to shoot that cheap that was in front of me because I wasn't able to get past it because of the way the swimming motion works. Since I was descending downward, if I try to swim up again, then I would immediately get pulled back down. So to kind of like time that a little bit. But now we have 7-3, which is basically 2-3, except we got Koopas now. I'm just gonna shoot them out of the way or potentially despawn if we end up getting a lot of cheeps on the screen, but we did not. That's totally fine. Alright, we're good. 7-4, this is another maze level. There's gonna be 2 sections to this. Alright, so first we're gonna take the bottom path, then middle, and the top. Then for the second section, we're gonna take the top, middle, and then top again. This will take us towards Bowser here. Oh, he actually jumped forward that time. That was pretty convenient. All right, so 7 worlds down. We saved 7 mushroom retainers. We're heading into the final world of the game, World 8. And now 8-1, which is, I believe, the longest level in this game. And it does have like only 300 in-game seconds as well, but since we have fire in his disposal, and hopefully nothing bad happens here. We can actually finish this in 200.
Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we hit the first pixel of that star block. What that does is it'll raise the flag 1 pixel higher. And if we finish the level optimally, then that'll be called good judges. So that way the level transition will be done quickly. So yeah, we did get good judges there since I did get the first pixel of that star block. And then the screen transition a little faster there. Bad judges will pretty much be similar to like what we dealt with in 4-3. All right, 8-2. This one is a very evil level. I'm gonna try to concentrate on this a little bit here. Bonk, brush, boing. I am not gonna do the bounce. I'm just gonna shoot that fire, shoot the Koopa there. So we call that the Xerox FBBBB strat, which is bonk, brush, boing, and bounce, although I didn't do the bounce at the end. It is very consistent and pretty safe for the most part, especially when you're big Mario. But since I was small Mario, chances are I wouldn't be able to get that bounce strat on that Koopa there, so decided to get the shot off. It is a little slower, but the consistency is definitely nice, especially in a marathon setting. So shout out to Xerox Fiend for that. So which of these bros are going to be jumping? That bro jumped. I'm just going to slow down a little bit there. Slow down a little bit more to get a 242. All right, got our final level here, which is 8-4. This one's also technically a maze level as well, but instead we're going to be going through a bunch of pipes. We're pretty much at this home stretch here. Going to go into this first pipe here. The piranha plant conveniently despawns because that is the trigger for it to loop. I got the pixel there. Tried to go for wall jump, but unfortunately we missed it. All right, so this is the turnaround room. Going to be pushing the screen right just enough and then go into the other, the pipe on the left. This is considered a wrong warp. So instead we don't have to like go to the normal pipe that we would normally go into in casually. All right, now we're gonna go into our final room. Time is gonna be when I grab the axe. All right, no Ludaboo, Bowser, time.
Nice. GG's.
Yeah, thanks. So yeah, we saved the princess as small fire Mario. Oh man, yeah, that was quite the run. What did I end up getting for my time there?
You got a 1957.
Oh, just barely under sub 20, so I'll gladly take that. Getting a sub 20 in this game is, I consider it a victory, even throughout all the mistakes that were made. But yeah, that is Super Mario Brothers. I hope you all enjoyed the run. And my name is Supersonic. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/supersonic_. I normally stream a lot of retro speedruns, mostly of the Sonic variety, but I do speedrun Mario occasionally as well. Also, a huge thanks to Limey for having me on the show. It's a huge honor to be a part of, especially for the AAPI community. And yeah, that's all I got for this one.
Yeah, thanks for running. That was great. Twitch chat, I'm looking at you right now. Follow Supersonic right now. But we have one more run left in the day. It is Stardew Valley done by Blackheart Wings. We'll be live with that in just a couple of minutes. Hello everyone, welcome back to GDQ Hotfix. We are almost done with our AAPI Speedrunner showcase right now here on GDQ Hotfix, as I just said. We're going to be getting into some incredible Stardew Valley. How do I put this? Food science into food crimes for Hotfix. But yeah, with the, as chat said, incredible, lovely Gabby Blackheart Wings, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Oh man, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow up that introduction, but hi, I'm Blackheart Wings. I'm also known as Gabby, and we're gonna do some fun stuff on Hotfix today. I am currently setting up. We're gonna do 2 meme categories, just for funsies. One of them being Sea Urchin %, which is what I'm leading with today. I'm playing on version 1.5. We're gonna be using the beach farm, and I need urchin farm, I suppose. And our favorite thing is hats, and that'll become evident a little later. I'm also, just for the sake of safety, I'm going to be using a seed as like a backup sort of situation. So this does not qualify for the leaderboards, but it's fine because we're going to have a lot of fun.
We're fun havers here on GDQ Hotfix, though.
Heck yeah! So I think I'm all set here, and I'm ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. And just like most Stardew Valley speedruns, we're starting out with sleeping a whole bunch.
Speedrunning is exhausting for what it's worth.
Actually, I'm gonna do a quick little thing here, because I want to make sure that we have what I need. Also, what the heck? I thought my music was on. I checked that my music was on. Stardew is betraying me today, apparently. This is fine.
For reference, right before we went live, I was like, is your music on? And Gabby was like, yeah, my music's always on.
I never run without music. I don't know what's occurred, but it's fine. I'm going to be planting these parsnip seeds as like a money backup kind of situation. But we're running sea urchin percent, which is one of many meme categories that we have in Stardew Valley, where you put a little hat on a sea urchin. It's the cutest thing in the world. And I'm keeping an eye out for rain days, but it's looking like RNG is being rude to me. So I think on the 7th I'm going to walk out and I'm going to start watering these parsnips. So the goal of this speed run is to get a sea urchin on the beach, which is why we use the beach farm. We have better odds of getting a sea urchin, just because it's like one of the spawnable items that you can get on the beach. And putting a hat on it as fast as possible. It usually takes about 10 minutes. It might take a little bit longer than 10 minutes, just because of my backup strats here, but we'll take it as it comes. If you're
My
wondering
favorite part of Stardew Valley speedrunning is when everyone has to make money before the actual run starts. It's my favorite.
It's great.
It's like so consistent. It's like, what of like 3 things do you plant? And then it's like, okay, how long does it take?
How long does it take? Well, parsnips you need 4. Oh, okay, that's good. We like that. I'm gonna pop out on the 12th just in case. Because I feel like I may. Okay, we're good. So I'm sleeping until the 13th. This is also important because the 13th is one of the fastest days where we can get a hat. If we beat Abigail in the oh, I missed out on 1, 2, whatever, it's fine. In the egg hunt, if we beat Abigail, we get a hat. So we just, the general goal is to, collect as many eggs as possible in the Easter egg hunt, and you get a hat that way. So that is like part 1 of 2 on getting a hat on a sea urchin. You need a hat and you need a sea urchin. So we do that. In version 1.6, which is the most recent version of the game. Again, I'm running this on 1.5 for the sake of safety and also familiarity. There are different odds of getting sea urchin, getting hats rather. You can get hats from like shaking trees down. They'll just fall out of trees. We don't know why. I don't know why. It just happens. It's a good time. It's a good fun time. I didn't get any sea urchins. That's great. So instead, I'm trying my luck here. You might be wondering, Blackheart, why are you clearing out your farm? And the answer is not because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do. I'm actually looking for a very, 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 very rare hat drop. I'm looking for the living hat, which has like a 1 in 1. It's like a 0.01% chance of dropping. at any given time. It's incredibly rare. I think the world record, or the former world record at the very least, got a living hat drop in this run. So it's definitely possible. The category is broken. It is what it is. We persist, but you get to see all of the fun stuff. That's what we're here for. So now I'm just waiting for the Egg Festival to start. The area opens up at 9, so we're just gonna hang out here for a second.
How was your day, Gabby?
It was pretty good. Honestly, I can't complain.
Oh boy, 9.
Oh boy, 9 o'clock! We're running straight to Lewis. Hi, Lewis. Let's just get this ball rolling. The kids are all excited because it's the highlight of the event. And I'm gonna see if I can get 13 eggs. 13 is like my PB. So we'll see how many
I'm
eggs.
excited for this. I'm not a kid.
All right, we've got an egg over here. We've got an egg up here. If I don't get caught on the rock, that would be fantastic. We've got an egg here, an egg over here. Abigail, get out of my way. Another egg. Another egg. There are eggs everywhere. There's so many, and it's really easy to get like upwards of 10 if you know where they are. We've got 9, 10, 11. We're gonna cut it close, I think. 12, 13. That's Jazz. 14!
PB!
Let's go!
Let's go.
We love a mini PB. That was also absolutely overkill because I think the number to beat is 8. Anyways, get wrecked,
Oh, that
Abigail.
is almost double.
So we've got a straw hat. Absolutely amazing. I'm also going to ship these parsnips and pretty much all of the extra stuff since I did not get a sea urchin. And we're gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna take a little nap.
What's a sturdy run without a little nappy poo?
Exactly. It's big sleepy hours. I'm sleepy. It's 10 o'clock. I had a long day. I was working all day. I'm going to take another cursory glance around the farm just in case. So the seed basically guarantees that I get an and shout outs to the Valiant Sun, Jess, for finding these seeds for me at the very last minute. These seeds basically guarantee that at the traveling cart, which only shows up on Fridays and Sundays, has a sea urchin in her inventory. Which, you know, means that I get to show this off for you all today. Jess, I love you. You're the best. I love and appreciate you so much. It's looking like no such luck on the sea urchin, but that's okay.
I'm making a sad face and the game can't even see it right now.
So I have until 9 o'clock, which is when Willie's opens up. So I'm gonna grab the sea urchin, and I have just enough to buy a fish tank. I need to talk to Willie. I forgot to check my mail, so I'm gonna run and do that, but that's okay because I was gonna be waiting around anyways. Willie's Sea Shack opens up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh boy, 9 a.m. So I'm gonna read my mail super quickly so that way I have access and I can buy the fish tank, and it'll be cute. So you buy the fish tank, you put the sea urchin in the fish tank, you put the straw hat on the sea urchin. Boom, bam, ready to go. In the world's most adorable, funny little speedrun. That was Willie's letter. We're gonna run to the beach.
I'm just gonna call it no time lost, even if there is a little bit of time lost.
It's not that much time lost.
No time lost.
No time lost.
This is optimal.
Exactly. So you might be wondering why this category exists. Like, why can you put hats on sea urchins? Apparently in the wild, sea urchins like to cover themselves up with like algae and kelp and seashells and everything. And so scientists, when they're raising sea urchins in captivity, started, oh my God, I was too early. They started 3D printing hats for the sea urchins so they would like feel comfortable and happy. And so CA presumably heard about this, and that's time for sea urchin percent. Please look at this little guy. Please look at him. He's so good.
This is awesome.
Isn't this the best?
Scientists are the best, I fear.
Scientists really are the best. I think I can't remember how to emote, but yes. So scientists started 3D printing little hats to put on sea urchins, and CA heard about this and was like, "That's cool. I'm putting that into the game." So here we are. And I have one more little showcase for you all tonight. We're running mayo percent.
Oh boy, food crimes for Hotfix.
We're doing food crimes. I am going to be switching version because, again, you can only drink mayonnaise on version 1.6. I am running on 1.5. So bear with me for just 1 second.
I'm seeing some love for the little sea urchin in chat. That's adorable.
He's the best. He is the bestest. I'm going to reshare my screen for you as well. Let me.
Thank you.
I got you.
I was about to ask. You know me. You know me far too well. You have no idea how excited for food crimes I am.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a fantastic time. Alrighty, so I'm gonna load into this new game, and if you haven't seen any of version 1.6 of Stardew, first of all, I'm surprised, but we're gonna have a fantastic time. So again, we're gonna do BHW, we're gonna do Mayo Farm, and our favorite thing is crimes. Hooray!
Yay!
Some things of note is that we are using the Meadowlands farm. We're also going to be changing our profit margins to 25% because of the money routing, and no random seed. We're using legacy randomization. And I think that is everything. I do also have a backup save just in case, and I'll get into why in a second. But we're getting going on Mayo percent in 3, 2, 1, go. And this load is going to take a minute because, of course, it is. It's fine. And again, as per usual, we are starting a Stardew Valley speedrun by sleeping. Only we're sleeping less this time around. We're sleeping until day 5, and we're going into the mines. And you might be wondering, Gabby, why are we going into the mines? Well, you see, I need materials to make a mayonnaise maker, so I can commit these food crimes for you all. So I'm moving everything, and I'm going to run over here. Something notable about the Meadowlands farm is that instead of starting with seeds, you start with a chicken coop and 2 chickens who have not escaped, but they will be eventually. I'm opening up the door for them so they can eat some food. Oh my god, yes, I love getting a leek. And we've got a horseradish, which will help in a pinch. I'm grabbing some forageable items, and I'm running over to the mines. And I have a little bit of a shopping list. I need a total of 40 stone, 25 copper, and the real humdinger of this run, which is an earth crystal, which is why I have my backup save. Hi, Marlin. I'm going to rearrange my inventory a bit really fast, and we're gonna get on this shopping list. I'm going to be resetting a lot on between floors 1 through 5, in that I'm going to be exiting the mines and going back down the stairs. because earth crystals do in fact spawn on the really early levels, and instead of like delving all the way down to like floor 10, I can just consistently reset floors 1 through 5, and I have better chances of finding what I need. I'm gonna look around for a copper node. There are a few here. Okay. I know that there's a freebie. I know that I ran past it, but the goal here is not getting to a certain floor. I'm collecting items, so I'm grabbing these copper nodes while I can. Plus, it's good to like take a look around for that earth crystal, which is notoriously RNG heavy. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. It is what it is. I will be looking around and keeping an eye out for it. Which is why I have my backup save. Just in case things go south and I do not find one after several resets, we can just load into the backup save and continue the run from there. Oh, well, you know what? We're good, actually. There was that earth crystal that we so desperately needed. We love to see it. Now I just need to focus on copper and stone.
This is a free category, a baby game for babies.
It's honestly, and I mean this in the most unironic way possible, Mayo Percent is a great way to dip your toes into speedrunning Stardew Valley.
How can people start speedrunning Stardew Valley? People who like me, who have Stardew Valley speedrunner friends, who tell them to get into Stardew Valley, but I haven't yet. So how do I get into Stardew Valley?
So I have a few recommendations. One is, have you played Stardew Valley before? Like casually?
Me, yes.
So what's your favorite thing about playing Stardew Valley, just in general? What's your favorite aspect of the game?
Well, I mean, I like Harvest Moon, which is like such a nerd emoji answer, I feel like.
No,
but
it's
also like I don't know. I like doing all the chill stuff, but I also like the mines, and I like doing some of the like cool mathy stuff because I think it's cool.
Heck yes. What the heck? What do you mean I got 2 earth crystals? I'm also looking for a piece of coal. That was something that I overlooked because I usually get one at this point. And now I'm concerned that I haven't gotten one just yet. But well, 2 earth crystals and not a single piece of coal. But if you really like all around stuff, honestly, unironically, Marriage Percent would be really good for you because there's like a little bit of everything in Marriage Percent. I'm gonna open up these crates actually, and
Marriage Percent, but like with Alex is opening something that I didn't know that I had in me.
oh man. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a day, and I'm going to, because I still need copper. I'm being silly. There is still a chance for me to get my coal that I need because I need copper. I need so much copper. Don't mind me, my brain went empty for a second there. But we have a whole bunch of guides on speedrun.com for basically like anything that you may or may not be interested in. Mines is something really easy to get into. If that is like, if you like the combat version, not that you specifically like the combat version, I, for one, do not like delving into the mines. Mines, my beloved, I hate them very much. Get me out of here. But some people do. Some people love them. And, you know, more power to you, friends. Mines 50 is great. Mines 120 is also bonkers, but good fun. We have guides for that. We have seated guides. We have all sorts of guides on speedrun.com if that is something that strikes your fancy. We also have a handy dandy Introduction to Speedrunning Stardew Valley guide that yours truly wrote herself. I put a lot of time and effort into it because when I first started speedrunning Stardew Valley, there was no such guide. And I wanted there to be because I feel like Stardew was a very approachable speedrun. I feel like there is absolutely something for everybody here. And regardless of what part of Stardew you like, you can find something for you. If you like glitch hunting, no, I can't believe I picked up this geode. Goodness gracious. If you like glitch hunting, for example, the time loss, I'm It's eating me alive. I need 5 more, and if I don't get them soon, I may revert to my save anyways. Oh, we may not have to. This is fine. This is why I don't like the mines. They're very rude. They're so rude. Oh my gosh, leave me alone. I hate these slimes so very much. And this is where like the majority of the time loss is. Not all of it, but definitely a good amount of it. There's a copper node up there. Okay. Am I good? I am good on copper. Okay. I might have better luck finding a piece of coal on the farm, so I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. I've spent enough time in the mines already. Let me out.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. I also do need to chop this tree down, so I'm going to be grabbing that as well. Yeah,
I'm
lots
seeing a
of ways
chat
to get
comment
this
saying, "So we back in the mines with an ellipses." Mods, can we? So love Captain Sparkles, but like this is not even Minecraft. Like this is Stardew Valley. We're drinking mayonnaise on the farm. Like
We're drinking mayo. We're drinking mayo as fast as we can. So I'm also going to be buying a whole bunch of kale. I'm going to get rid of this sap because I don't need that. I need kale. I need kale seeds. Hello, Pierre. Sell me your kale seeds, pretty please. 25. Amazing. And now I'm going to promptly knock right out because this is fast. And we want to go fast here. Especially all that time loss in the mines. There we go. KO. Off to sleep we go.
imagine what it must feel like to be Pierre in that moment. Like, oh yeah, this person was just in the mines and then like came to your store, bought kale seeds, and then just like swung their pickaxe around until they passed out. Like,
out like
I'd be
a
so
light.
concerned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's the coal that I needed. Amazing. We're doing absolutely fantastically. I will pick it up, I promise. Just as soon as I till this little square. So this is why we use the profit margins, because kale sells for like the best amount of money. Like it's the most profitable out of the readily available crops. So the price to... I messed this up. It's fine. This was supposed to be 5x5. Instead, it's whatever this shape is. This is fine. I'm also going to craft a furnace. I don't need that. I need to make sure that I'm not getting rid of anything super important. I'm crafting a furnace and I'm making a copper bar. We also need that to make a mayonnaise maker. Everything's fine.
Why is there like a mayonnaise maker? Can't you just do that with like a whisk?
A whisk and a lot of elbow grease. It takes way more effort than you would think to make mayonnaise by hand.
I've made mayonnaise before.
I got nothing for you, Lemmy.
Okay.
I guess like the official answer is that it's a staple in like farming sims, especially like the farming sim that heavily inspires Stardew Valley, Bokuju Monogatari, also known as Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons, which I'm sure you know, but the audience may not know.
That's real.
I'm
a mooner for sure. Oh, that's not right. Okay, hold on. I enjoy playing Harvest Moon.
There you go.
You know what? That was my bad.
We're not going to worry about it. We're just not going to worry about it. I'm also playing it considerably safer and watering a little bit more often, just because I want to make sure that these crops are ready. And you can hear the chickens. Listen to them go. Amazing. But yeah, growing up, I was a really big fan of Harvest Moon, and that's like what got me into Stardew Valley by proxy. Alrighty. So today's the 13th. I'm going to water these again, and I'm going to hop in here, grab an egg, which is the last thing that we need to make mayonnaise. The most important thing, you would say. I'm going to fill up my watering can.
For those of you in chat who don't know how to make mayonnaise, there's like at least like egg whites for sure.
Is this fast? Not particularly, but I definitely want to be safe because I don't want to mess this up. I'm going as fast as I can. All right, I'm going to be sleeping. I think I've got like maybe 1 or 2 more rain days. So I'm just we're going to sleep. We're going to be sleeping. Please stop causing damage to my farm. I'm going to run outside and see, actually. That has me concerned. Oh, cool. Okay. I need this. So, you can see that I've got some new ideas to sleep on. That means that I leveled up my farming. And now I'm going to go to sleep. I've got level 1 farming and level 2 farming. Amazing. That means that I can make a mayonnaise machine. So I'm going to craft that mayonnaise machine. Boop. I'm going to put it down. Amazing. I'm going to put the egg in, and I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to wake up the next morning, grab my mayonnaise, and drink it. That's time. Hooray for food crimes!
What a feature. What a feature of this video game.
It's so great. Shout outs to CA for adding this into the game after he said that he would never allow us to drink mayonnaise. Actually, we have more eggs. I'm also going to pick up all of this kale. Kale drops an incredible amount of XP. So between that and the profit margins, it lets us hit level 2 super duper quickly. And I'm going to drink some more mayonnaise, I suppose. But Limey, thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, thank you for doing this because we had a drop like very, very last minute. So Gabby stepped up. He's the dad who stepped up to fill in time for this Hotfix show so we don't run super, super far under. Thank you so much for being here, Gabby. Really appreciate it.
I'm happy to provide. Yeah, so happy to provide these food crimes. Look, I'm going to do it again.
And where can everyone find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/blackheartwings. You can find me on Twitter, on Blue Sky, also at Blackheartwings. Basically anywhere, any of the most recent social media. Oh, hi, Marnie with the cat. That's where you can find me. I mostly speedrun Stardew Valley. I'm dealing with a lot of internet issues right now, so I haven't been streaming a whole lot. But I'm also trying to learn Dragon Age 2. So when I go live, see if you can like catch me doing some practice there. We have a good time on my stream.
Yes, go to twitch.tv/blackheartwings. Subscribe. But
also, you can catch me, speaking of where you can find me and all of that fun stuff, Frost Fatalis is coming up on Sunday, and you will find my lovely visage on Saturday. The final Saturday, I will be speedrunning 4-player community center with a 20-something loser, Interpreter, and the Valiant Sun. We're doing a 4-player speedrun on 1.6. It's going to be fantastic, and there will be more food crimes because we have an incentive to run Mayo % afterwards. So you can come, you should come, check us out, say hi to us during Fatales, and witness more food crimes. It will be great.
I can't believe all the Fatellers so far have stolen my job from me. But yes, exclamation FF in the chat if you want to catch that. Thank you, Gabby, so much. And for all of the fans of Awfully Silly, because this was the Awfully Silly time slot, it will be back in 3 weeks on September 3rd. So keep your eye out for that. But right after this, right now, like in a couple of minutes here, we're gonna be getting on with Out of Bounds scheduled as normal. I see Oats and Goats in the VC. I'm very excited to watch this. I hope everyone in chat is also excited to watch this. Thank you everyone so much for watching the AAPI Rewind here on GDQ Hotfix. Thank you so much. We'll be back in just a few minutes.